microphone's over here. WizardKitten here, bringing you the next stream in our Nancy Drew 2022 Streamathon. Welcome. I hope you're all doing well today. Today we are playing Secret of the Old Clock, which just narrowly missed my comfort games list. It was spot 11 for me, which is good. Greetings, Ray Marie. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. Greetings, Ryder. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Music is louder. Never mind. Good. Yes, I've learned that I need to turn the music way down when it's playing in the background through the music app when we're just chatting in the beginning here. Greetings, Sofinda. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? One of your faves. Yay. Greetings, Jenna. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? For some reason, this is one of my favorite games. I just love it so much. It's really just like a bright, fun, springtime kind of feeling vibe. You gotta love it. Unexplained time travel. Woohoo! We love unexplained time travel. Greetings, Squeaky. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Love the wahs of the trumpets. Yes, the jazz-style music. Greetings, Abrianne. Welcome to the stream. WizardKitten Waves headed your way. So good to see you. How are you today? Greetings, Deanna. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? Wonderful to see you. Greetings, Indiana. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? How am I? I am honestly having a little bit of a rough morning. It's just one of those grumpy days, you know? Just feeling a little crabby today, so I'm very much looking forward to playing a Nancy Drew game with you all and doing something fun. Doing something that'll make me happy. Scotch and cigar. It does have that vibe, doesn't it? Like that 1930s gangster vibe. One of their favorites thought this wasn't a well-liked game. Yeah, I love seeing people who like the games that I'm not a huge fan of. This one ranks lower for me, but I still have a lot that I appreciate about it. I don't know, it's interesting. Hope the stream cheers you up. Yes, I'm sure it will. Snap your fingers like I'm a jet. Love it. Greetings, Book Dragon. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Played it when you still had to switch between two discs. So much nostalgia. Greetings, Jenna. Oh, wait, I already said hello. Hello again. I get that. Hopefully the bright vibes will make the day better. Yes, I am certain that they will. Thank you, Squeaky. Should I post more pet pics then? To the Discord? Yes, please. Kitty and puppy pictures always cheer me up. Honestly, any animal pictures cheer me up. Greetings, Tata. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Caught the beginning. Welcome. Greetings, Joshua. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? We get to see your namesake today. Good old Jim Archer. Greetings, Emma. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Played this one a few days ago. Love it. Oh, is the music still kind of loud? Okay. Well, good thing. Here, I'm going to turn it off. And we're going to switch to the in-game music and get this game started. I should probably load up the game, though, shouldn't I? That might help. Just ate a whole brick of chocolate ice cream. Future me will regret this. Oh, but present you probably feels so happy. That sounds delicious. I could really go for some ice cream right now. Actually, you know what I really want? Caribou re-released their boba teas, their bubble teas. I am absolutely getting a raspberry green tea after this. Hands down. Mr. WizardKitten and I are going to go see the new Thor after the stream today, which means I do actually have to be pretty efficient when I'm playing today as well, because our tickets are for 7. Oh, my chat just needed to refresh. Okay, so now let's try the music here. How's this volume with everything? Greetings, Mary. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. Greetings, Matt. Welcome to the stream. Wonderful to see you. And welcome to being an official fellow detective. Enjoy your new WizardKitten hat and all of your custom emojis. Thank you so much for your support. Which reminds me, today's stream is brought to you by all of the patrons over at Mystique Manor and by all of the official fellow detectives rocking their WizardKitten hats in chat. Thank you so much for your support. Today's stream is also supported by any super chats and super stickers that are used in chat today. So thank you all so much for that. Greetings, Marvelous. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? There's another Marvel movie. It's impossible to keep up. I know. I want to see the...
Welcome to my latest case, The Secret of the Old Clock.
Shush, Nancy.
To start,
Shush.
choose junior or senior detective.
Shush.
If you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on tutorials.
Shush, Nancy. We're gonna do junior, because again, I need to be kind of efficient today. But yeah, I've been wanting to watch the Miss Marvel series on Disney Plus, but I just haven't gotten around to it because there's been so many Marvel things to keep up with. But this is a new Thor movie, and Thor is my favorite. I'm a big Thor fan. Greetings, Dragon Slayer. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Been looking forward to this one. Yay! Craving particular caffeine-infused taste and found it in my freezer. I was so happy. Yay! That's always a good feeling. Volume seems good? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ryder. Glad to support. Well, thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it. What is Mystique Manor? Is that the Discord, the Patreon? It's the name of the Patreon. So a lot of creators will have kind of like a fun name for their Patreon page. We voted, and ours is called Mystique Manor. Greetings, Shaky. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Anyone else popping in before we get started? Excited for this Marvel movie because it doesn't look super serious. Yeah, the Thor movies have the recent ones have had a very unique and very fun feel to them, which I really appreciate. Have never seen anything Marvel. I've only recently gotten into it. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Joshua. I'm having kind of like a crabby morning. Just one of those days where I kind of feel a little grumpy, but which is why I'm excited to be here with all of you. Very much looking forward to this stream, which I'm sure will put me in a good mood. Ooh, chaotic streamer am I looking forward to?
The year 1930. The place, the road to Titusville, where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why did Emily Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when she called, did Emily sound so desperate? The spunky teenager turns off the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that awaits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
Fun. I love these flowers over here. The Lilac Inn is just so pretty. Okay. Let's wander around first. So, I like to think, and I've said this in my like reviews and walkthroughs of this game and stuff, but there's a couple theories that I really like for how this game fits canonically into the rest of the series. But one that I like is that Nancy's dreaming. And she is dreaming that she's back in the 1930s solving a mystery. Another very popular theory that I didn't come up with, but somebody else shared with me, is in The Silent Spy, you can see a little dollhouse of the Lilac Inn in Nancy's room in one of her flashbacks. And so the idea is that this game is little Nancy playing in the dollhouse. So like that first voiceover, this is Nancy's first case kind of thing, is just, it's little Nancy playing with the dollhouse, which I also love. Love that idea too. Okay, what do we have? Chris Hemsworth is perfect for the part and he's super cute. Chris Hemsworth is so handsome. I love him as Thor. No one questions Nancy's time traveling, exactly. Oh my gosh, I should build a Mystique Manor for the patrons. That's an amazing idea. Love old-timey broadcaster voices, same.
Oh, a miniature golf course. Swell.
Yeah, swell. Yeah, super swell, Nancy. Ah, you know what? Let's just do this puzzle since we're here. I love these puzzles. It's like the game Password. Big fan. And this is always the strategy I use. Like I'll do 4 of one color first. So there's no yellow and no red. See, we're getting good stuff. Welcome to 1930. Poor Nancy, serious acid dream, exactly. Very vivid dream. She could be lucid dreaming. Okay, we know there's one green. Maybe she's lucid dreaming. Okay, one green and one blue. Let's say the okay, well, the green has to be in the wrong spot, actually. So let's say maybe that, and then how about this? Okay. Let's say maybe the green was right, maybe the blue's here, maybe there's an orange here, and then a purple here. They're all in the wrong spot. Okay. So let's try green here, orange here. No, wait. Orange maybe here, purple here, and then maybe they're all in the wrong spot. So the orange, because there was one that was right here, so maybe the blue was right, but then the orange would be in the wrong spot. How about that? So if the blue is the right one, the orange and the green are in different places. So if the blue is right here, okay. Oh no. Okay, I gotta do some puzzling. I hate this puzzle. I just skipped it. Oh, I love puzzles like these. Greetings, Eros. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. Greetings, Catherine. Greetings, Carly. And greetings, Kaylee. Welcome to the stream. So good to see all of you. I hope you are all doing well. The golf ball puzzle is how I learned to play Wordle. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so I'm thinking the orange might have been one of the correct ones. The green doesn't go here. Maybe the green goes here. Maybe the purple goes here. And then maybe the blue, and then maybe the orange. But then only one of these was right. Only one of them was right. None of them were right here. Only one of them was right here. So if it was blue, and then maybe green and purple, but then this one wasn't right, so it can't be that. I don't think the blue one was right. I'm thinking the blue might be down here. And then the purple could have been right. No. Because then the green would go there, the orange would go there, and the purple would go there. So then which one was right here? None of them. And which one was right here? The orange. So that's not it. What about if we put the orange there? No, because then the green would have to go there. And then we know the green wasn't there. So what if the green was right? And then here maybe the orange was right, and then blue, and then maybe purple? Because none of these were right. They're all in different places. One was right here, and that would have been the green. One was right here, and that would have been the orange. Just in time. Phew!
Interesting.
Oh, and it's Carson. Carson's doing the narrator voice playing with Nancy. I love that. The moon in the sky was once heard to say, "It's high time I saw this thing known as day." So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun, and before long it realized just what it had done. "It's far too bright here, I've made a mistake. What heat, what havoc the sun can create. I want to go back." So when dusk came again, the moon rose when it should, and said, "Ah, 'tis heaven." 1, 2, 4, 2, 8, 2, 7. I wonder if Nancy wrote down that poem. So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun, and before long it realized just... Okay, Nancy did write down the poem. Good. Good. I don't think we're going to play mini golf just yet. I promise I'll play it once, but if I lose, I'm not going to do it again.
Looks like I'm supposed to put my scorecard in here when I'm done.
Greetings, Dana. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Greetings, Renee. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to see you. How are you? Love this Nancy game. Definitely in your top 5. Only Nancy Drew game you never need any hints with. Yes. I could totally see that, and I love that. All right. I wonder if we can talk to Topham before we've talked to anyone else. And maybe the aunt is her mom making funny nasally voices during playtime. Yes. I love that idea. See, now the time travel theory totally makes sense. If it is little Nancy playing, that would make sense, having to gather toys and Topham's word and shape puzzles in the mini golf. Yes! Like, they're the kinds of puzzles that kids would think up. The Topham School for the Study and Development of Paranormal Power. Training session in progress. Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. Okay, I won't.
But Chaos Nancy will. No, it won't let her. Okay, that's interesting. So they do make you talk to Jane and Emily first. I was so confused following you. I love logic puzzles like that. Those are my favorite ones to solve, is those kind of like process of elimination type puzzles. Greetings, Sana. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Been a while since you got to catch a stream on time. Yay, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Since Brenda mentions Josiah Crawley's will, maybe this is an ancestor of Nancy solving this mystery. Ooh, that could be too. Like that. Sandgate, Riverville. Love it. Little cat. Do we have any money? Okay, we do have money.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
Just thought I'd give you a call.
Well, I'm glad you did. As it turns out, I just called there and left a message for you.
Really?
I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas when you're low so you don't run out. And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare, and then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
Not yet.
You've done your daughterly duty, now go see Emily, and after that...
I know. Pick up those documents.
That's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Keep in touch.
I love these phones too. So then if they are playing with the dollhouse and that was totally just like Carson pretending to call Detective Nancy. Yes, we're on junior mode because Mr. WizardKitten and I are seeing a movie after the stream today, so I need to make sure I'm efficient. Make things easier on myself. Or Nancy's just immortal, exactly. I didn't know Bubble Tea was back at Caribou, totally getting one after work. Yes, I got the notification on my phone yesterday. I am 100% getting one.
Well, hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
Emily told me your name.
I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3 months until she turns 18. Then she's on her own.
It smells like someone's been baking pies.
Pies are the Lilac Inn specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me your father called. You're supposed to call him. You can use the coin phone on the porch.
I already talked to him, but thanks for the message.
Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
Vampire confirmed, exactly. Oh, it's been raining a lot, so watching the replays makes for perfect comfy time. Yay! So happy about that.
Is it okay that I'm here?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Is she all right?
Well, now, that's hard to say. She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City. But then she got hitched and I didn't. And the next thing I know, she's writing me saying it would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care of her little girl should something ever happen to her.
Yes, Dad. Oh, exactly. Nancy's a vampire, so that's why Ned is okay with his girlfriend being gone all the time because he's under her spell. I like it.
It was nice of you to say yes.
I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just wish I knew how to help Emily.
Help her do what?
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bear cat like you instead of some dumb Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Greetings, Dindrain. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Nancy started in the 30s. Why would it be time travel at all? I'm confused. Oh yeah, no worries at all. The rest of the Nancy Drew PC games take place in, like, modern day. In, like, the 2000s, primarily. So that's why, when this one happened, it seemed out of order. It seemed like it didn't match up with the rest of the canon quite. Love the Lilac Inn. Sign language becoming widespread. And, like, literal sign language. Radio seen as one of the biggest branches of the show business. President Hoover, economic recovery is imminent. Very, very purposeful. 9th planet discovered named Pluto. Back when Pluto was a planet. Huge meteor crash lands in Arkansas. Okay. Main Street 5 and 10 forced to close up shop. Interesting headlines. Bearcat Dora? Melted Joan Cusack. Yes, Jane Willoughby, one of my top 10 favorite characters. I enjoy interacting with Jane. Clever Hans. Just as smart as Richard Topham. Mr. Hans the horse. Aha!
Looks like I need to get the bird from one side to the other.
Do Jane and Fatima have the same voice actress? They might. Oh, of course, Dindrain. I think we might have mentioned that they have the same... I feel like we talked about that in another stream, and I think they did. Oh, that was easy. That was way easier on Junior than it is on Senior.
I wonder what this mirror's doing in here.
Way easier. It's 6 o'clock, apparently. 6 in the evening. This little lobby is really cute. I love this furniture. Would love to come and stay here and read on this couch, or better yet, over here in this little cubby. But this way has the window. This has a window, but this is more private. Tough to say. I would say see where other people were sitting in the room first. And then I would bring my tea over and a book. Rest in peace, Pluto. F in the chat for Pluto. Not a fan of Jane's voice. She's definitely going for that nasally sound for sure. Pluto was discovered in November of 1930, not in April when the game is supposed to take place. That's honestly kind of funny. A wee bit confusing. Let's see here. I think the red one is going to be the toughest to get into its place. So if we were to do something like this, and then I can slide the red in like that. The blue should be pretty simple, I think. Yes, the blue would definitely be simple. The green, however, might be a little complicated. Let's see here. Ah, okay, what if we do this? And then green down. Yellow down. And then the blue can bounce over like so. Dumb Dora is similar to Debbie Downer. Keen! Dumb Dora both start with a D. It is very fun to say. That is an odd place for a mirror. I agree. And Nancy just takes it. She doesn't care. Titusville Road map. Courtesy of Zippy Gas. Boy, have we got gas for you. That's a weird slogan. Boy, have we got gas for you. All right, I got a Red Bull. I'm exhausted. I feel that squeaky. Boy Scout and be prepared. Yeah, Junior mode to the rescue. Boy Scout and be prepared. Oh, should we just snoop through her? Okay, Chaos Nancy snoops through her stuff before talking to Emily. Nice dresser. Love the artwork. Nice sewing machine. Okay, we can't look at anything. We can just look around the room. But that's okay. We're gonna like just stand in the center of the room without saying anything. Greetings, Ramen. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Nancy Drew, petty thief. Klepto Nancy strikes again. She's really good at it.
Nancy, hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
I always forget it's there too, Aubrianne. I'm gonna really have to remember that it's there when we do the telegrams.
When Helen told me I felt so bad for you, I had to do something.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
You obviously need to get out more.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor. A big favor. You and your dad.
Greetings, Juan. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Vampire Nancy stealing mirrors so people doesn't realize what she truly is. Exactly. Good theory.
My dad?
Helen says he's a lawyer.
Shh! What's wrong?
I thought I heard something. Your father has a safe, right?
This is 1930. Lots of people have safes.
See this jewelry? I'd like you to take it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. The few times I saw her wear it, she looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
What do you mean, all things considered?
Strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds loony, and Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me. What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
The
Come
kitchen's
on, we better
fire.
get out of here.
Oh no!
This is horrible, just horrible. The fire chief says the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
Wow. Greetings, Moira. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? This game is good. Maybe not great, but the music slaps. Good description. I like it. They own an inn. Why don't they own a safe? That's a good point. Good point. Does Mr. WizardKitten have a favorite Avenger and Marvel movie? I'd have to ask him which ones. I know like a bunch of the ones that he has liked within the series, but I don't know if he has a favorite. I'll have to ask him.
Does he know what caused the explosion?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark, and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
You call Emily's father Frank Crandall. I like it.
Where did Emily go? She was right here.
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset. But it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids or running a restaurant, and her trying to do everything all by herself. It's just too much, that's all. Who wouldn't go a little off their nut? I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Oh, no!
Oh, I was gonna
Emily?
snoop. Oh, no! Pyro Nancy. And thus it disappeared.
My mother's jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
Jane said that you were the last one to use the stove. Is that true?
I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove. And without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn. And if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what I wish.
Who's Josiah Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Maybe he didn't leave you anything because he didn't have anything.
Oh, he didn't act like it, but he was rich. His estate was worth almost $250,000. Everything went to Richard Topham. He's this man who claims to be able to help people develop their paranormal powers.
Totally Dragon Slayer. They'd be like focusing more on Emily's mental health. Or even just the fact that she's like grieving still, for sure.
Why do you suppose Josiah left everything to him?
Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
Of course, Moira. I called it. You did.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
Not one of your favorite people, huh?
Oh no, Mr. Archer's very nice. I mean, for a stuffy old banker. I'm just so bad at business things. And Jane, my guardian, she tries hard, but she's no good at it either. Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
Let me ignore your question and blame the fire on the child who depends on me.
I guess.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same time by two brothers during the Civil War.
Hint, hint.
How many people knew you kept your mother's jewelry in here?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew, but I didn't tell anyone else.
Is the clock in the parlor the one Josiah gave you?
Yes. I don't know why he gave it to us. It's never worked, and nobody can open it to find out why.
Ouch. Uncalled for, Emily. How can you not be suspicious of the clock? The clocks in this game are pretty suspicious.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
We're the bee's knees, guys. I mean, all of the clocks do have secrets, so it makes sense that we would be suspicious of them. Has Mr. WizardKitten watched you play enough Nancy Drew to have a favorite? He has not.
Is this your sewing machine?
Actually, that belonged to my mom. She and Jane used to be dressmakers. Mom was going to teach me how to use it, but she never got the chance.
No, sad. He played a little bit of the Haunted Carousel for the video I made where I made him play a Nancy Drew game. He doesn't remember any of it. He remembers Miles. That's about it. The Rubaiyat. Gloria, read this, and pretty soon this fella will be your favorite poet too, your pal Josiah. By Omar Khayyam? By Omar Khayyam. Love her bedspread. Gorgeous. I too want to know what Mr. WizardKitten's favorite game is. I could tell him the premise of all the games and then have him say which premise he likes the best. We are going to do a follow-up video hopefully soon where I have him try and play one of the modern games since he was just totally not into the classical era at all. And I'm currently between Deadly Device or Ghost of Thornton Hall, I think. It's Brigitte's song. Dun, dun, dun. New idea for next year's Streamathon. Mr. WizardKitten plays and you act as the peanut gallery, giving oblique hints and gentle teasing. Honestly, I would love that. But Mr. WizardKitten would never do it. I wish he would. That'd be so fun. It'd be such a good time.
So, is Emily all right?
Someone stole her mother's jewelry.
What?
Miles! Vote Deadly Device. Think his reaction to Thornton Hall would be interesting to see. Love how they mixed all the first 4 books into this game. Makes for a cohesive story. They honestly did a pretty decent job getting them all in there. Deadly Device would be easier. Thornton Hall might be frustratingly difficult. We know Mr. WizardKitten loves Big Island Mike. True, this is the only Nancy Drew opinion that Mr. WizardKitten has, is that he thinks Big Island Mike is the best character.
She was showing it to me just before the explosion. Now it's gone.
Someone stole it while everybody was rushing around trying to put out the fire? Hypers! If you can't trust a fireman, who can you trust?
How does he react to horror? He's very not easy to frighten. Like, he doesn't find video games scary, like, at all. Greetings, Caroman. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Happy to join live today. Welcome. Vote Deadly Device 2. Thornton Hall is your absolute least favorite games. Interesting. Oh, I love Thornton Hall. It's one of my faves. I love how all of our opinions can be so different sometimes. Greetings, Jessica. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you?
Emily said you were the only one who knew she had that jewelry.
When Gloria was alive, she could have told people about it, or people may have seen her wearing it. And when she died, they knew the jewelry had to be around here somewhere, right?
Does anyone in particular come to mind?
Sorry. It's been hard enough getting to know Emily, let alone anyone else in this backwater burg. Well, guess better go call the sheriff.
Is that your car I saw when I drove up the driveway?
My old rust bucket's parked out back where nobody'll see it. Be nice to buy something decent, but last time I checked, my last name was Willoughby, not Rockefeller.
It's the gothic setting for Me Too, Ryder, for sure.
Where did that barred bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Emily says Josiah Crowley brought it in one day and just left it. Said it was so guests, as in him, would have something to do while they waited for a table.
Does the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
No, that was Josiah Crowley's. Way I hear, he built it himself.
Have you tried it out?
Me? Please, I got better things to do with my time.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Jane doesn't do fun. Hypers used to be George's old catchphrase, apparently. Love it. Sounds like Mr. WizardKitten has nerves of steel. He's just generally, like, not a very emotional person. And he's very logical. So, like, imagine things where you have to use your imagination more. Like in video games, and especially the Nancy Drew video games, I feel like. They just don't hit the same way for him. I have better things to do with my time, like commit arson, exactly. Technical instead of science-y. Thornton Hall's atmosphere, easier to get through, get into, too science-y. Sure, yeah, it's, the idea is that we need something that's gonna have a story.
Got it. Looks like someone recently had a key appraised.
Almost missed it. He needs a big story introduction right away, which both Deadly Device and Thornton Hall do. They both sort of have like little stingers at the beginning. Thornton Hall, where Savannah is calling her, and then Deadly Device, where we see Nico getting murdered. So both of those, hopefully, like, the story would hook him faster. He also wanted more interesting dialogue.
Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you please? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers.
Multitasking. Nice to have a stream on in the background. Awesome. I love multitasking while watching streams as well. I too like dark things. The gothic vibes of Thornton Hall, probably why it's one of your favorites. Yeah, that's what I love about it.
Find the toy mouse yet? I believe it's by the table.
I'm working on it, Topham. Yuri! Yes, look at the kitty. With his little eyes going in different directions. Look at him play with his little mouse. He's so happy. He's so happy. This is the only cat representation we get in the games. I love it. I demand more kitties. Kitty! I'd vote Trail of the Twister or Deadly Device for Mr. WizardKitten. He might like Trail of the Twister, yeah. It's okay to be stoic and logical. My own husband is similar. Exactly. It's just his way of doing things. Stoic is a good way to put it.
How nice of you to drop by. And thank you for walking instead of parking in the driveway. I'm expecting a pupil. I'd hate for her to have to park on the road.
That's awesome, Deanna. Patience, Topham. Patience. Yeah, seriously. Give me a second. Cat hates strangers. She was a rescue. Had her for a little over 2 years. Think she's finally being open when guests come in. Yay, that's exciting. Go, kitty.
How did you know who I was?
If one is to teach others how to develop and use their paranormal gifts, it's only logical that one must possess such gifts oneself.
More cats. More cat representation. He's so derpy. I love him. He is.
Does that mean you can read minds or tell the future, or what exactly?
The paranormal includes telepathy or communicating by sending and receiving thoughts, extrasensory perception or perceiving that which cannot physically be seen or heard, and psychokinesis, using one's psychic energy to reshape or move objects.
I totally know what you mean, Dragon Slayer. Topham is one of my love-to-hate characters, because he is just such a scam artist.
When I walked in just now, it looked like you were in a trance or something.
I was in the process of trying to make these spoons move by using nothing but my own psychic energy. Have you ever focused sunlight through a magnifying glass until it was a minute yet searing point of light, Miss Drew?
Yeah, I guess.
You see, that's what I do with my cerebral emanations, my thoughts. I focus them until they're a beam of pure energy which ultimately disrupts and transforms the molecular force field surrounding the target object.
Okay. Greetings, Avocado. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Haunted Carousel box did not get damaged in a basement flood. Oh, that's good. Oh, but it had been donated. Well, darn. Greetings, Hippogriff. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? How was the last stream? Playing your favorite game. More kitties. Exactly. We demand more cats. Your cat just turned 21. Wow. That's amazing. Very sus. He sounds so hoity-toity.
Is that what you teach people in your school? How to beam their thoughts?
I take them through exercises designed to help them increase their output of phantasmic energy. If you want to sign up for an introductory session, I believe I have an opening today.
He would then liquidate and disappear, yes. No thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh. I'm afraid I'm busy, young lady. Far too busy to engage in idle conversation.
Yeah, you're real busy. You're staring at spoons.
You're not trying to hide something, are you, Mr. Topham?
I'll be blunt, Miss Drew. I've discovered that the more time I spend with the, shall we say, intellectually unendowed, the more my cerebral pulsations seem to diminish. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you further unless and until you prove that you are worthy. That is, that your brainwaves are not unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine.
Unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine. My cerebral emanations can burn him down. I totally know what you mean, Catherine.
My brainwaves are just fine, Mr. Topham.
What I have here is an exercise in logic. If you can discern the correct solution, then I'll know that conversing with you will do me no psychic harm. You may take it with you.
That's such a good question, Book Dragon. I think he believes at least some of what he's saying. Like, it's hard to tell how much he believes and how much he's just, like, playing it up. Yeah, I hope so too, Avocado.
Good luck and good day.
I'm gonna stand here and do your stupid puzzle so you can say that it's, like, barely gonna take me any time at all, mister.
That looks right.
All wet. And these are basically just, like, all 1930s,
Am I smart or what?
catchphrases, slogans, slang. Double
I'm getting there.
cross. What a sophisticated diss. How rude. Exactly. Rude and not in the
That
minute
looks
way.
right.
Dry up. He can go dry up. That's what he can do.
Am I smart or what?
Big cheese. Yeah, exactly. Like feelings and auras. Like, you never know. I do think that there's a lot that we haven't learned yet about life and energy as humans. Who knows?
Am I to assume that you have the correct solution to that logic problem?
Right here.
Let's have a look. Why, you appear to have indeed found the solution. Well, since you've proved yourself to be intellectually above average, which means talking to you should do me no harm, what would you like to talk about?
That's such a good question. What is Topham like just like in a grocery store? Is he this hoity-toity, just doing mundane things?
When and how did you meet Josiah Crowley?
Last summer, while on my way to the university for a conference, I stopped for a bite at the Lilac Inn. Since it was crowded and I was in a hurry, I agreed to share a table with an elderly gentleman who, like me, was by himself. As soon as I told Mr. Crowley who I was and what I did, well, he insisted that I give him a training session that very afternoon, and was so thrilled with his progress that he demanded I stay and teach him everything I knew.
Book Topham is more bland. Actually entertained by Game Topham. Oh yeah. That's why I love to hate Game Topham, because as snooty as he is, it's really fun to be like, ooh, right back at him.
So it was his idea that you set up your school in his house?
Oh, I know rumor has it that I somehow tricked him into it, that I insinuated my way into his home, but I assure you that was not the case.
Greetings, Hallie. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? New stream. Have I missed much? No. We're still fairly early on in the beginning. We've been playing for almost an hour, but we haven't, like, gone into Titusville yet.
Were you surprised when you found out that Josiah had left you everything?
Delighted? Yes. Surprised? Not really. Josiah was all alone, you see, surrounded by people like the Crandalls and that banker, Jim Archer. People who were nice to him only because they knew he had money.
Yeah, I can feel the pain moving as a chiropractor, for sure. That's, when I get massages, like, that's definitely what, like, the masseuse is doing, too, the massage therapist. Like, you can feel just that tenseness, one or the other. And it's just so fascinating.
What's in the carriage house that's out back? Do you know?
That was Josiah's workshop. I assume it contains even more detritus.
Detritus. That's such a good word. We should use detritus more.
Did you hear about the explosion and fire at the Lilac Inn this morning?
I heard the explosion and fire. Ruined my 9 o'clock session.
That's so cool, Emma. They got his expression so right for his personality. They did.
So you were with a customer when it happened?
Pupil. I was with a pupil. I run a school, not a vegetable stand, and yes, I was. Until I dismissed her 20 minutes early. All the ruckus made concentration impossible.
I run a school, not a vegetable stand. If he assures us, it must be true.
How well do you get along with Emily and her guardian, Jane?
Very well, as far as I'm concerned. But as far as they're concerned, well, the fact that Josiah left everything to me made some people around here, including Emily and now this Jane Willoughby, very bitter. It hurts me, of course, but it's human nature, I suppose.
It hurts me, of course.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Go right ahead. The place is more like a museum than a house. Josiah was a man of many, many interests. I'll be right here if you have any questions.
Too far, Topham. Love how he isn't concerned about someone being hurt from the fire. He only cares about himself. This Zagad the Magnificent poster is from the final scene, and I think, is that Houdini? That might be Houdini. Can't quite tell.
Was this Josiah's clock?
Everything in here was Josiah's.
Okay, well, we're going to mess around with it. What are those called? Gears, bell. Gears, bell, mouse, needle, hat, cheese, light bulb, sundial, clock, sundial, bell, clock, alarm clock, gears, butterfly, light bulb, butterfly, single gear, Alarm clock. Needle. You can hear Yuri purring. Cheese. That's so sweet. Good boy, Yuri. Strikes me as someone who read an Ernest Hemingway book and made it his whole personality. Yay! We're just gonna take that right in front of Topham and not explain what we're doing at all. Chaos Nancy explains none of her actions. You know what, Sofinda? I don't know, and that's an excellent question. Is Yuri Josiah's or Topham's cat? Josiah never mentions Yuri, so I feel like Yuri is maybe Topham's cat?
As you'll soon realize, Josiah's mental faculties were starting to go, I'm afraid. He tended to ramble. Very little of what he wrote in there makes sense.
It made sense to him.
What are you when you win barred bounce? What poet
Keen.
is the cat's meow?
Omar.
What will Para, my miniature golf course, get you?
Pony.
What's Gloria's middle name?
That we have to figure out. The Crowley Roadster Soarer. That's hard to say. Soarer.
Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
You found a poster that says "Remember Niacin"? That's amazing. Love the music in this game so much. It is a bop. That is for sure. This whole soundtrack. To open journal, Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right. Tick, tick, tickety, 300. Everybody, let's wake up. Took Topham's intelligence test. Get new typewriter ribbon. CC whereabouts, room off tunnel by scrambled picture. Tesla coil, deadly device. To open the big tick-tock on top, give Flute, Thisbe, and Pyramus their cues. Bottom's cue is a note to Gloria. Poem on the golf course sounds like numbers to me. Carousel horse, buy carousel horse from Sheldon. So a reference to the haunted carousel, which we love. Book.
It looks like Josiah lent a trivet to someone, but I can't make out to whom.
Speaking of the scary robot, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party at Twin Elms. I will want it back someday. Okay, so we have to make sure we get to Twin Elms at some point. Greetings, Jack. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Topham sounds very ableist with this and the intellectually above average. Yeah, he thinks far too highly of himself and far too little of others. This is the way of the Topham. Is he enjoyable to be around? Putting physics to work in the modern world. Sir William Crookes radiometer. That's what you think. Depends on what you do with the light first, pea-brain. Josiah had a sassy side to him, and I love it. The driving while gas is what pushes this game down on your list. Yeah.
The man on stage in this picture, is that Josiah?
Yes, that's from a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that he directed and starred in. It closed after 2 nights, but he didn't care. He loved that play.
I definitely agree. For me, it's the reliance on the bird's eye view driving all over the place, and that's how it builds out the world. It just feels too open, or not open enough, I guess. They're trying to make it feel more open, but it honestly makes it feel more closed off in a weird way. Haunted Carousel, again. Nice reference. Clappers. A gong. While this game did an amazing job with 30 slang, at one point Topham says, "You go, girl," because this game came out in the 90s. We love to see it. Midsummer Night's Dream is used. Yes, I do too. Okay. There's the carousel horse, so he did end up buying the carousel horse.
What do you
from
do
Sheldon.
with these?
I put them on the windshields of cars parked in the area. Great advertising.
Ever put them on cars at the Lilac Inn?
All the time. I've gotten quite a few pupils that way. I'm afraid that fire today was as unfortunate for me as it was for Miss Crandall.
Yes, Joshua, and those are honestly two of my favorite builds that I've done. The Lilac Inn build and Josiah Crowley's house. I'm very happy with both of those builds in The Sims 4 and how they turned out. Has the online Nancy Drew community been this active for a while now, or is it recent? Only found it a couple of years ago, and so happy I did. When Her Interactive was actively making games, the message boards community, pardon me, I feel like was quite active still. As far as like YouTube and creators, I don't know, that part feels more recent to me. As far as just like new creators creating a lot of content. Besides, like, you know, Arglefump, who has been making Nancy Drew content for quite some time. Favorite game for driving. Least favorite is Ransom of the Seven Ships. Yeah. I enjoy the Trail of the Twister driving just because you can be really chaotic with it. And it's a really good time. Okay. Well. Time to play. I will play it once.
Looks like I'm supposed to put my scorecard in
That
here
is
when
it.
I'm done.
And if I don't get par on the golf course like I'm supposed to, then I will not be getting par on the golf course. I will try it once, and that is it. Okay, I'm supposed to get 5. Is the par higher? I feel like the par is higher on Junior. Maybe they're nicer to you on Junior. Okay, we're going to start here. We're going to aim as far back as we can go to get a good power on it. Okay, 1. Not bad. Did you miss much? No, not too much. We were just talking to Topham and kind of exploring his house a little bit. Can you play the instrument when Topham is gone? We should totally try that when we're snooping in his house. When we're not supposed to be. We should absolutely try that. Don't go the wrong way. Okay, that's 2.
I hit it too hard.
And it bounced all the way back. Okay. Oh, come on. No, it's too light. Okay, we got par. We got par at least. What started you making Nancy Drew content on YouTube? It was largely because I had, when the pandemic first hit and my school moved to distance learning, I ended up having a lot more time. And I replayed the Nancy Drew games every year. Oh, crud. Oh. I replayed them every year anyway.
I hit it too hard.
Oh, drat. Okay, we got par again. And every time I did a playthrough of all of the games, I was kind of trying to think of different ways to spice up the gameplay. And I decided, like, making walkthroughs actually would be kind of a fun way to spice up the gameplay. And then streams kind of grew out of that during the pandemic when I had extra time, because I was like, well, then this would be kind of like a fun way too.
I hit it too hard.
To play the games as well. Crud. Okay, well, I'm at least getting par, and we did well on the first hole. Oh no, mini golf. Gotta go working today. Hope the stream goes well. I hope you have a good day at work, Hippogriff. Thank you so much for stopping in. Came back in time for the best part. I'm doing better than I usually do. And now that I've said that, oh crap. Oh shoot. Say goodbye to any lead I had. Oh no! God, I hate the stupid mini golf. See, I told you, now that I said I'm like actually not doing too horrible, I start to do pretty horrible. Definitely not getting par on this one. Yep, over par. Oh gosh, okay, so I can't get any higher than 6 on this last hole. We should run out of money and then gas so we can play the mini game at Zippy's. We might. Chaos Nancy isn't going to be paying very close attention. And knock off the vase too, yeah. We'll definitely have to knock off the vase because I'm pretty sure that's a second chance. Okay, don't get a 6. Don't get a 6. Don't get a 6. Crap, I'm gonna get more than a 6. Shoot. Ah! Come on. Oh, come on. What was that, 4? Or was that 3? No.
I hit it too hard.
Crud. Shoot. Come on.
There we go.
Oh! That was close. I got 30. Okay, so if I get 30, do I get the toy? Which is actually good, because then I don't have to buy as many toys.
A little toy pony.
It's a pony! I did it! Wow, I'm usually way worse at that. The crab is mocking us all. Oh, thank you, Sofinda. That is so kind of you. I'm so glad you enjoy the content. Take the putter and carefully aim. Soon you'll master this exciting game. And yet, somehow, I'll still find a way to not be very good at the mini golf. Alright, well, let's maybe head into Titusville. We have to talk to the banker and go get the paperwork for Dad.
That car I saw before is gone.
Par, yay! Oh, it's raining. Good. Get rid of the humidity. I don't like the humidity. Okay, Chaos Nancy is not going to drive very carefully. I'm not gonna, like, necessarily purposefully crash, but you know. Oops. Oops.
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father said
Say no
that...
more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn some extra cash?
You mean you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might even get some tips.
Can we do that, Hallie? Like, can we buy more, can we get more ponies, more horses if we keep winning the mini golf? It's also, like, very sad for that poor person playing the game and not knowing about the grocery store. But I'm wondering if you didn't have enough money, could you do that? Further enforcing the Kid Nancy theory with the ponies, exactly.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
No, you will not get tips. You will never get tips. Exactly. Everyone will be very clear about how they are not going to give us a tip, ever.
Hello, I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Right through that door. Hello, are you Nancy Drew?
That's one of my favorite lines of all time, Alyssa. Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone. Oh, I love it.
It sounds like Emily called you.
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine enterprise.
I hear that some businesses aren't doing so well these days.
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
We can get different colors, too. Might even get some tips. Greetings, by the way, Caitlin. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. Greetings as well, Alyssa. I'm not sure if I've said hello to you yet. If I haven't, welcome. Yes, and you can get different colors each time. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I'm actually going to play more mini golf this game. I don't know. There's me. Feed me, Seymour. Greetings, Bookworm. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Did we just start? We've been playing for just over an hour. We just got into Titusville. Somebody else popped in too. Greetings, Lindsay. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Gives you the same color pony after a while. Interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
Is your bank doing okay?
I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main
I do
Street
like how he
Bank, Jim
moves.
Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry, but... Yes, I know, but... All right, then just bring it by. Sorry for the interruption. How can I help you?
I don't know if the business is doing as well as he says. Does the bank manager have a piggy bank? He sure does. Greetings, Aspie. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Just got off work. Glad to jump in after a hard day. Oof, I hope you get some good relaxation time.
Do you happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from her mother was insured?
Well, I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today and stole it.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
Why did she let it lapse?
She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Sounds great, Deanna. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Why do you think he wound up leaving Gloria nothing?
I have no idea. Truth be told, he'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on too. But when I finally read his will, it all went to Topham.
The original Little Shop came out in 1960. Fun. Why does this have better animation than Midnight in Salem? Excellent question, Alexandra. Love the dialogue at the orphanage. Makes me laugh every time. Same. It's so funny.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right. Whatever that meant.
Oh, and Little Shop isn't copyrighted. Interesting.
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to stop.
Did he go to the library a lot?
First Thursday of every month. That's when the fan magazines would come in. Know what his favorite book was? The Make-Up Secrets of Lon Chaney.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
Well, the thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind. But an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
I totally get it, Book Dragon. Especially since it always seems more complicated than it needs to be.
Maybe Richard Topham bought the expert off.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Maybe that's where his real will is.
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
How did Josiah die? Every other Nancy Drew game has better animation than Midnight in Salem. True. Feel like even Stay Tuned for Danger rivals it. The word ditto apparently first appeared in the early 17th century. Wow, that's cool.
Maybe he knows the real will could be in there. Only he wants to destroy it.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
Same, Bookworm.
How well do you know Jane Willoughby? You know, Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
Exactly, Sofinda. Nancy's a little odd sometimes.
Do you think Emily's going to be able to run the inn by herself?
Times are just too tough. If she's smart, she'll sell before the bills start piling up.
I guess I'll be going.
Goodbye now.
The Maker's Secrets of Lon Chaney as a hint for Clara Pickford. Isn't that great? Such a fun little, like, subtle detail, too. Okay, now we're just gonna snoop through your office.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
Like, don't mind us. We finished our conversation with you, and while you're reading the paper, we're just gonna wander around your
Don't you ever
office.
use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only thing he left me in his will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The keys always jam.
Even the Miss Clue games. Why are we protesting midnight in Salem in a small town like this? Important questions.
Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
To Jim Archer, my ace in the hole, affectionately yours, Clara.
Did Josiah Crowley give you this clock?
Yes. Unfortunately, it stopped keeping time almost immediately.
Greetings with a hey, welcome to the stream, so good to see you, how are you? The music is great, I love the music in this one.
That receipt I found outside the inn. I wonder if the key it refers to is the one to this clock.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll have to go and check on that then, won't we? Sweet car. It is a really cool car. Greetings, Bree. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Glad you could catch the stream. Yay! OMG came from a letter to Winston Churchill. What? That's awesome.
Hello again.
Was that your car I saw parked near the Lilac Inn this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color, you know.
Whosever car it wasn't there after the fire.
Probably just someone sneaking onto that miniature golf course that Josiah built back there. Or bootleggers. I hear they frequent that area too.
I guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
So, Jim, when did you last see Clara? I don't know why I kept it. That's a good point. Love picking the passive-aggressive dialogue options. Yes, Chaos Nancy also enjoys the passive-aggressive dialogue options. I feel like Blenheim Nursery. I was gonna say, I thought it was out here. Might as well
Hello,
deliver.
I've got a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd, tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to doll up some of my plants before this guy named Mr. Martin comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now. Bye!
Chaos Nancy doesn't stick around for carnivorous plants. Just recovering from bad case of allergies. Oh, yuck. Allergies are no fun. Greetings, Joey. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Work lurk today. We love a work lurk. Okay, do we have to call Carson again and be like, hey, we got your papers?
Drop a nickel and there we go. Now, how may I be of service?
Oh, you can call the jeweler. Interesting.
I'd like to call the jeweler, Mr. Waddell, at LK53029.
He's not gonna like that, but it's your nickel.
He's not gonna like what?
He hates it when people call him. Says if they're too lazy to come in and talk in person, he'd just as soon not bother with them.
Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't...
Too late.
What? I mean, Waddell Jewelry?
Hello, I found this receipt for an appraisal you did, and I wondered if you could tell me...
Look, I'm busy. If you got something important to tell me, then prove it by getting off your lazy bum and coming down here and telling me eyeball to eyeball. You hear me?
Yeah?
Then repeat after me.
Jeepers.
Told ya.
She's listening in, too. I've never seen that before. The jeweler is super angry if you call. That's hilarious. Doing well, thanks. Good, I'm so glad to hear you're doing well. That is amazing. I have never seen that.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
Should we call him again?
I'd like to try calling Mr. Waddell again at LK53029.
Hang on. The line's busy. Probably took his phone off the hook. Here's your nickel.
Thanks anyway.
Oh, that's nice that she gives it back.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please.
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew,
Hi, Dad.
did you pick those papers up yet?
Yep.
Great. You can give them to me tonight when you get home from Emily's. So what else have you been doing?
Emily invited me to Lilac Inn because she wanted me to have you lock her mother's jewelry up in your safe. Only someone stole it before I could take it with me.
Stole it? Good gosh.
The repeat after me click is my new favorite, right? Can we all end phone conversations that way? Repeat after me, click.
That was right after the stove in the kitchen exploded.
The stove exploded? Sounds to me like you'd be well advised to cut your visit there short.
No, I want to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's going on.
You have to?
Well, yeah, you know. Emily just lost her mom, and she's worried about losing the inn, and her guardian's all wet when it comes to helping out, and...
And the truth is, you are so curious that you feel like you'll absolutely burst if you don't find out why all these weird things have been happening, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I know the feeling. You're a chip off the old block, I'm afraid. Well, as long as you're like me in one other way, you should be fine.
What way is that? Smart?
Careful.
Well, golly gee whiz. I didn't either, Karaman. Isn't that cool? I've never seen that conversation before.
I'm pretty sure I saw the car belonging to Emily's banker parked at the side of the road by the Lilac Inn this morning, just before the explosion.
Are you suggesting Emily's banker was somehow responsible for the explosion?
When I asked him about it, he did seem kind of evasive.
It's okay to have your suspicions, Nancy. But in a town as small as Titusville, it's very easy to alienate people. Until you know the facts, you'd be well advised to keep your suspicions to yourself.
I met Emily's guardian, Jane. What does a guardian do, anyway?
A guardian is pretty much a surrogate parent. Jane is legally responsible for Emily's physical and financial well-being.
Jane doesn't strike me as being the parental type. In fact, I get the impression she's in way over her head.
Fortunately for her, it's not forever. Most guardianships end when the ward turns 18. And then both Jane and Emily will be free to do whatever they please.
Not a fan of Carson's voice in this one, sure. Bankers be blowing up stoves. What's the world coming to?
If Emily sells the inn, will Jane get part of the profits?
If she's Emily's guardian at the time of the sale, yes. Are you suggesting that Jane's primary motivation is greed? Good grief, where did you get such a suspicious mind?
I think it was from the person who has always told me that the best way to solve a problem is to look at all the possibilities, Dad.
I did say that, didn't I?
I'm earning money by delivering telegrams for Tubby's Telegrams.
Good for you. That's a great way to meet people and to accumulate a little cash, which might come in handy. You're putting extra wear and tear on your car, you know.
Yes, Dad.
What else have you been up to?
Goodbye, Dad.
See you tonight.
Jeepers, Carson is the bee's knees for helping Nancy catch the big cheese. What a swell guy. I'm loony just thinking about him. I love the slang. My grandma was a switchboard operator too. Always sounded so fun to be nosy and listen in on conversations even if you're not supposed to, right?
Oh, Nancy, I'm afraid there's been more trouble.
Don't tell me something else blew up.
It's Emily. Oh, this is silly. I'm her guardian. I should just make her sell this place. She's only 17, for Pete's sakes. She should be out meeting boys and going to parties, not trying to run a business.
Miss Willoughby, what happened?
Just go ask her, and make her tell you everything.
It is such a dad comment. Greed in this economy? Bring this type of speech back. It's amazing, right?
Jane told you, didn't she?
Not really.
That picture on the wall over there, I saw it move. I was just sitting here and it moved all by itself. I saw it move. I really did. Last week, a book fell off the shelf for no reason. And before that, I heard these weird noises. And almost every day I hear a voice, like a whisper, coming out of nowhere. Jane thinks it's nerves, but I don't want to talk about this. Did you see Jim Archer?
I'm afraid I don't have very good news.
The jewelry wasn't insured?
I wish there was more Carson, too. Such a good dad.
Your mom dropped the insurance in order to save money for...
Shh! Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Shh! Nothing. I'm going to have to sell the inn, aren't I?
You know, it's possible, just possible, that the will that was found was not the will Josiah wrote.
You mean he may have left us money after all? No, that's wishful thinking. And I refuse to get my hopes up again because they'll probably just get dashed again. Listen, I feel bad enough that you drove all the way out here for nothing. Maybe you should just go home.
Do you want me to go home?
No, but I really don't feel like being sociable right now. There's nothing for you to do.
I'd like to try to figure out why that stove exploded.
What are you? Some kind of Sam Spade?
Well, just because I've never solved a mystery before doesn't mean I can't. Anyway, there's no harm in trying, right? Who knows? I might turn out to be good at it.
Be my guest.
I might turn out to be good at it. Nancy is really sassy. I know the close-ups are great, aren't they?
Did Josiah ever say anything about hiding his will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
Oh, Safinda, I'm so glad to hear that the Stay Tuned for Danger stream was helpful right before your interview. I hope the interview went well.
What was your mother's middle name?
Lois. Why?
Oh, just curious. Do you have any idea where Josiah may have hidden a safe deposit box key?
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
This is her first case? Yeah, sort of, and then not really. So, first case in the series is Secrets Can Kill. This came out as number 12, right? Yes, number 12 within the series, but it's based off of the first book in the series, which took place in 1930. So the fan theories for that are either that like Nancy's dreaming and this is just a dream she's having, or there is a little dollhouse in The Silent Spy in one of the flashbacks that is a dollhouse of the Lilac Inn. So then there's the idea that Nancy, little Nancy, is playing this mystery out in her head, and that's why. That is, oh, you have to spell the whole thing. And that's why this mystery is like her first mystery kind of thing. So those are the theories. This game is low-key horrific, but mostly for Emily instead of Nancy. Be terrified seeing objects move themselves and hear whispers in my room, right? I think it's kind of funny that she's never, like, she never brings up the theory about the place being haunted. Like, my first thought would be, okay, the Lilac Inn is haunted by my ghost mother. But she's just like, nope, I'm just losing it, which is so interesting to me. Why does 17-year-old Emily sound 67? It's moving along with the precedence in the games where the teenage characters sound much older. It's just like high school movies where all of the high school students are like played by 30-year-old actors. This could be a dream, exactly.
I wonder what goes here.
Can we start putting the mirrors up? Do they stay there? Yes, they do. Okay. And we can do this. 5. 2, 6, 3, 1, 4, and voila. Hello. Hello. Aha! Okay. That one must not have been put in the space. Greetings, Kelsey. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Remember when this one was announced, you were so excited for the possibility of a game off the first book, but I don't play this game often. Excited to watch you play. Yay! Welcome! Aha! So that's how we know we need more of the mirrors. We have 2 of them, which is a pretty good start. Yes, jazz music.
Something about this clock reminds me of the poem I saw at the mini golf course.
Yes. Which Nancy thankfully wrote down. The moon in the sky was once heard to say, "It's high time I saw this thing known as day." Heard to say. 1, 2... What was the whole thing again? I have it in my handy-dandy detective notebook. Emily's the same voice actor for Renee and Kasumi. Oh, interesting. Kasumi has a voice actress? Greetings, Rachel. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Oh, do I have to do it again to get the whole poem? Okay, fine. I'll just try and figure out what the journal. I think there's 6 numbers. Work at a haunted bookshop and books would randomly fall off the shelf. You just put them back and scurry away. Oh my gosh. That's terrifying. Freshwater fish. Boggart's pond fish, like. What do we eventually need to catch? Don't we need to catch a largemouth bass? They like grass beds and minnows. Good to know. Grass beds and minnows. Okay, it was 1, 2. And before long it realized just what it had done. It's far too bright. The moon in the sky was once heard to say, "It's high time I saw this thing known as day." So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun. And before long it before, okay, 4. 1, 2, 4, 2. 1, 2, 4, 2, 8. So when the moon came back, the moon rose when it should and said, "Ah, 'tis heaven." And then 7. 1, 2, 4, 2, 8, 7. 1, 2. Darn it. 1, 2, 4, 2. 8, 7. Did I miss a number? Must have missed a number. Oh yes, my dad absolutely knows all those fish. I have caught all of those fish. Not Kasumi Takai. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Greetings, Elizabeth. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? You had a sudden loss last week, and coming into these streams has really helped you find some relief. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Elizabeth. So sorry. I like this dress. It's very flouncy, exactly. Yes, I have caught perch, walleye. This one... Is that a... That might be a different name for what we call crappies or sunfish. Smallmouth bass, largemouth, and catfish. There's a strange poem. The moon in the sky was once heard to say, "It's high time I saw this thing known as day." So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun. And before 1, 2, 4 long, it realized just what it had done. It's far too bright here. I've made a mistake. What heat, what havoc the sun can create. I want to... Oh, maybe there's another 2. Go back. So when dusk came again, the moon rose when it should and said, ah, 'tis heaven. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 2, and then 8, 2, 7, maybe. Greetings, 2-1. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? This is one of your favorite games. Yay! There we go. Okay, I missed it too. And we'll put that up here. And then I'm going to go take a quick water bottle refill break. Okay, so we're missing the one from Jim Archer's. So we have to go talk to Mr. Waddell in person. I'm gonna save, which we actually haven't done yet. Playing a dangerous game here, not saving. Save. Okay, I will leave you guys sitting here with the jazzy music and the beautiful green scenery for a second, and then I'll be back with my fully filled water bottle. Greetings, Miss Diction. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Just played this last night, one of your top comfort games. Love the soundtrack. Yes. Love the soundtrack as well. I do think this is a good comfort game for sure. That's when your grandma was born in 1930? That's so cool. Book Dragon, that sounds absolutely adorable. All right, I will be right back. I am back with a snack. Trader Joe's organic frosted toaster pastries. Pop-Tarts, basically. Your cat does that sometimes too. Your grandma was born in 1941. The family always joked that she started World War II. I bet grandma didn't appreciate that joke. Okay. Love this track. The crows are really going for it. salty birds. Back with fancy Pop-Tarts, exactly. They taste pretty much exactly the same. They might just have less sugar in them, and they're less frosted. Don't know if you guys can see it, but... Oh well. Move the microphone away to avoid accidental Pop-Tart ASMR.
Hello, are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered what you could tell me about it.
Let me see that. One key, determine resale value, item 493. Oh yeah, this was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate, had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Do you think I could have it?
Sure, once you pay the appraisal fee.
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good, here's the key. Enjoy.
Hello again.
Sounds like the Max and Ruby music. I love that.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
Yes, in fact, I paid the appraisal fee. I have the key right here.
How industrious of you. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So, it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
It would sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
He didn't sound like he thought it was very nice to be speaking with us. Sounds like he would rather not speak with us. Mr. Waddell is so cheery. Is that part of the chaos, Nancy, you've heard about? Exactly. Get on the thing. Is it seriously gonna refuse? Does that mean it's the wrong one? Ah. Aha! Okay, if they're correct, they stay. That's good to know. That is helpful. Get on the thing. There you go. Good little gear. Good little gear. Yay! I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten a flat tire yet. We should, however, get our money from the telegram place for delivering that Blenheim nursery one.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Counselor Alice out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
Alice can wait. The game is very forgiving about potholes.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. Rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Drakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
With a house like this, I'm pretty sure Mrs. Sheldon isn't the one opening her own door. Is there a woman named Rose? There's a woman named Rose in Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Drakowski?
Yeah, and you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah, I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm coming.
I know what you mean, Buck Dragon. They aren't exactly, like, obvious about the fact that they put the telegrams in her inventory. They're just kind of there. Chaos Nancy also isn't going to pay any attention to her gas meter.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and...
Stephen, put that down this instant. We do not run with sticks in our hands. Or in our mouths.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Drakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is
Elsie, no hitting.
I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky.
Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone.
I'd better go rinse out his mouth before... Oh, would you look at that? He's actually chewing it.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence. I love it. Okay, we have $1.95. That's the print shop. Where is the store? I think we're just driving without me paying any attention to it. Main Street Bank. The general store? Up here? Perhaps? We crashed into the cow. Oh, is the cow gone? Oh, weird. No cow. Look, it's Moira. Greetings, Luna. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Any weekend plans? What do we got going on this weekend?
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here.
Yes, actually.
A vending machine that just sells toys. Keen.
We have a wedding for one of Mr. WizardKitten's cousins on Saturday. So it's going to be... We're streaming on Saturday, too. Ransom of the Seven Ships is coming up this Saturday, so that's going to be a very early
2 toys down,
stream.
3 to go.
Because we have the wedding. Okay, I got the teddy bear because it's cute. What should we get next? I'll get whatever is first in chat. Should we get the boat, the train, the airplane, the doll, or the truck? Had no idea you could buy toys, so I just played a lot of mini golf. It sounds like you're not alone. And I honestly didn't know that you could get more than 1 pony. which I kind of like, because then you don't have to spend so much money on, or earn so much money with telegrams. Greetings, Tide. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? What if this game is basically young Nancy imagining this detective and Carson sounds older? Yes, exactly. That's one of the fan theories, is that she's playing with a dollhouse of the Lilac Inn, and that's why it's her first case. Okay, boat.
That makes 3 toys.
Yeah, it'll be a busy Saturday, that's for sure. Okay, and then I also saw train and then airplane, so we'll go with those. Train.
I can't get the toy without putting in money first.
You can certainly try, Nancy. Have you tried just, like, smashing the glass? Pop-Tart is trademarked? Like Band-Aid? I know, isn't that crazy?
4 toys. I just need 1 more.
Or Kleenex. I've never called them tissues in my entire life. They've always been Kleenex.
5 toys. That's all I need.
This same poster is in Emily Griffin's store in Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Moo. Moo. Okay. Wonder.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps' print shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski.
We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps print shop. Wonderful.
Especially when we have jelly on our hands. Greetings, Catherine. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Started Secret of the Scarlet Hand this morning for the first time. Oh my gosh, exciting. Love that game. How early will you start the stream on Saturday? It's going to be 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is quite early on a Saturday.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
Oh, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I am going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle. Brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
All right. We can use his gear at the fishing hole. I love that idea, Elizabeth. Woo! Haven't had Pop-Tart in years. Last time you had one was as a student in middle school. Yes. I get them when I am at,
First thing I need to do is bait my hook.
Trader Joe's.
Yuck.
Because the Trader Joe's ones
now
are good.
Now I toss this in the water. And when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
And they last forever. So it's just a nice pantry snack just to have in there. They're not going to go bad. I don't know if they ever go bad. It's a testament to how many preservatives are probably in them. But you know what? Sometimes we just need a reliable. Okay. This is not a largemouth bass. However, it's 19 inches, and I'm pretty sure this is the fish that he wants.
Looks
so
like 19 inches to me.
And, yeah. Again.
I should get this fish to Mr. Phelps before the smell gets any worse.
Not a largemouth bass. Just not.
Well, let's see what you got in there. How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do. I think it's starting to get a little ripe.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual Orphans Benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
It's like spam, it never goes bad, exactly. Chaos Nancy has had it with the errands, she really has. Where's the Titusville telco? There it is.
Hi, you got those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge cards. One of the gals spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
Nancy's like, I really couldn't care less if you spilled on
I've
them or
only
not.
got half a tank of gas
Not my
left.
problem.
I should gas up before I forget.
Holy cow! We can't crash into it? I mean, I don't want to hurt the cow, but Chaos Nancy would not be paying attention. Also, I have hit every single pothole and our tires are still fine. I'm purposefully hitting every single pothole. Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone. Bill Kessler could catch a 19-inch bass. Did he bother to look up what a bass looks like, right? Because we did not give him a bass. But he took it, so...
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right here.
Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guest will be arriving any minute. And that dress of yours, it's, well...
Ow.
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
Tell her that, Nancy. Chaos Nancy defends her fashion choices. Mom jeans and flouncy dresses and all. Chaos Nancy just spoke over herself. Whoa! Whoa! Ooh, chocolate Pop-Tarts. Yeah, the chocolate ones are good. Pop-Tarts are kind of nostalgic for me because they were very frequently... Our school did these after-school, like, snack-type lunch programs where you could buy a bagged snack or lunch after the school day was done, which I often did because I was on the swim team, and you need, like, a lot of energy in order to be able to swim. So, very frequently, the, like, main choice was a Pop-Tart. Sometimes, like, a sandwich, too. Often a Pop-Tart. Go back on the same pothole several times. Yeah, we'll have to do that. How are we doing on time? Okay. Still have about a couple hours. Looks like someone won't be getting their stamps. And I wonder if that's because they didn't, like, have a picture of a bass to animate, or if, like, it's supposed to be a joke that the guy didn't realize it wasn't a bass.
Something tells me I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light bounces off of them and onto that radiometer.
But regardless... not a bass. Okay. I think if we do this one, and then this one, right? There we go. And then this one, and then I think this one. There we go. Trivet? Yeah, a trivet. It's like basically like a serving platter, I suppose, for hot dishes that you don't want to burn the surface. Nancy does end up wearing dresses. I forgot I paused. I'm so delayed. Oh, funny. In like Legend of the Crystal Skull, when we see her walking, we can see she's wearing either a skirt or a dress. So she does wear them once in a while. Forget where you put Elwat, Marcel's band, you old coot. Okay.
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Okay. Ordered new quartz from Krollmeister Crystal Company. Paid $4.74. Highway robbery. Delivery to take 6 weeks. Have Waddell cut the blank. He did a swell job last time.
Maybe I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered.
Greetings, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Out to lunch. Awesome. What'd you have for lunch?
Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator. Looks like I can't use the radio unless and until I replace the crystal.
Throwback
That won't work.
Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Okay, so we need the crystal. I love the music that plays when we're up here. Basically, we have to go talk to people, because we also need to know Marcel's band at this point. Grew up eating the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts for the occasional breakfast. Do many people actually toast Pop-Tarts, prefer them untoasted? When I was a kid, I liked them toasted, but now as an adult, I eat them untoasted. Toaster strudels. Toasted.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham.
Yuri. Look at Yuri with his mouse. Who is a good kitty? You are a good kitty.
Now what?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
He loved that hat. Toasted is the best. Buy all the flavors of Pop-Tarts in the American stores here, like cherry and blueberry, but only toasted ones. Interesting. Love that sequence. When you first played it as a kid, you felt like a mad scientist. I do love how it changes. It's pretty cool.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
Ooh, toasted with butter. Yum. Just messing around with copying portions of Glow in Procreate, and you create what looks like a blood cell. Well, there you go. Now you have a blood cell.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm a rock collector. Do you think I could have it?
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Untoasted for breakfast. His hat? The man named his hat?
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
It was just less dough. Oh my gosh, interesting.
Subject, as in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. What card am I concentrating on?
His superior brain power will do the rest. Ugh. Yeah, he is a con artist. Like the strawberry and brown sugar ones. I always enjoyed the strawberry ones and the blueberry ones. And the chocolate ones. I was a big fan. I liked the brown sugar ones, but not as much as some of the others. Whoops. Knocked my tablet off while I'm trying to get my Detective notebook. Come here. Okay, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Because to do this puzzle, that is not how mind reading works, you dingbat. There we go. Okay, so the way I find this puzzle to work the best, he looks so unimpressed with Topham. Good, I hope he notices that I'm unimpressed with him. Is to write down the phrases he's saying and the cards that I guess, because this puzzle can take a really long time otherwise. What card am I concentrating on? And I'm gonna just guess down the row. Let's start with star.
This one.
That's not right. Here's another.
Okay,
Which card am I thinking
star.
of?
Thinking of which, and he sometimes changes up the what and the which. What card am I thinking of? He is truly insufferable.
This one.
Incorrect. You
Okay,
must focus.
not the
Here's
star.
another. What card am I thinking about?
Okay, what card am I thinking about? See, which card am I thinking of and what card am I thinking about are practically the same question. Turn him into a flea. A harmless little flea.
I think it's this one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
Then we'll put that flea in a box. We'll put that box inside
I
another
think
box.
it's this one.
Incorrect.
And I'll
You
mail
must
that box
focus.
to myself.
Here's another. What card am I concentrating
And when
on?
it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer. Worst part of this game.
I think it's this one.
Wrong.
Okay.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. Tell me, what card is this?
I agree, Ryan. Okay, tell me. What card is this? It's different every time, too. Which is interesting.
This one.
Incorrect. You must
star.
focus.
Which one is the
Here's
star?
another. What card am I looking at?
Okay, what card am I looking at? That's a new one. What card am I looking at? Is it the star?
I think it's this one.
You go, girl.
Ooh, you
Here's
go,
another.
girl.
Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Do you know what card I'm looking at? The star?
This one.
Very good.
Ooh, okay.
Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Yes, the star. You just asked
I
that.
think it's this one.
Yes. Here's another. Can you tell me what card this is?
Star, looking a star, holding a circle, is cross, concentrating is 3 wavy lines, and thinking is square. So can you tell me what card this is? Is supposed to be the cross?
This one?
Very good.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
There is a
Whenever
rhyme or
he
a
picks
reason
up a
to
particular
it.
card, he always says the same thing.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin.
Oh, I never
Do you
knew
know
that.
what card I'm looking at?
I never knew that there was actually a rhyme or a reason to it. So looking is a star.
This one.
Very good. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
Concentrating is this.
This one?
Excellent.
Ooh,
Here's another.
okay.
Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Looking at is the star.
This one?
Excellent. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
Looking at is a star.
This one.
You go, girl.
Huh.
Here's another.
Well.
Do you know what card I'm looking at?
The star.
This
There's
one.
a lot of stars.
Very good. You did it.
You did it.
Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
No, you didn't. Raven Baxter, you are not. Thank you so much, Ray Marie. I did not know that there was actually a rhyme
But
or a reason
Mr.
to that.
Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have...
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
Greetings, Sully. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? At work, but I'm glad to have time to roast Topham. Absolutely. Hope you're having a good day at work.
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory, poor fellow.
Are you still looking for the key?
What's the point? No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house. Junk. But if it's junk, why haven't I gotten rid of it, you may well ask. Well, I know it's silly to hang on to Josiah's things, but he was a wonderful man, you see, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
Goodbye, Topham. That's true. Senior mode could be different, I suppose.
It was nice talking to you.
I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it was. Right, Jenna? Craziness. Okay. So now we have... Actually, let's go talk to Emily first. Looks really good, I'll give him that, but he is just insufferable.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
How long has this been going on?
For about 2 weeks, I guess. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always gonna be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
What did the sheriff say when you called him about the stolen jewels?
He said since nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, delicate state of mind.
Exactly, Book Dragon. It's like she can't decide if she wants to tell him that he's not actually being psychic or not. It's like she can't decide.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
I bet it is you.
You don't think he can help people develop their psychic powers?
The only thing he's good at is separating little old ladies and dim-witted rubes from their hard-earned cash. In fact, he came over while they were putting out the fire today. Asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time, I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
Does everybody around here feel that way about him?
Not everybody. Like that circus fella said, there's a sucker born every minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of J-U-N-K.
J-U-N-K.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Love it. Okay, I don't think we can... Can we? Aha! We can do the secret passage. Sweet.
Looks like this lever opens the couch.
Yeah, it does. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. I want the money down here to try to get the pies. We should get to try the pies. Yes, I agree.
From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently.
We should definitely get to try the pies. I'm super salty that we can't.
An old piggy bank. Swell, $1. This piggy bank looks like it's been here for a long time.
We're gonna need it. This piggy bank looks like it's been here for a long time. Yay,
I
jigsaw
wonder if those
puzzles.
tiles are supposed to make a picture.
Okay. I would imagine they're supposed to make a picture, Nancy. Okay. Looks like creepies, corn. Creepy corn. Creepy corn. Swell, $1. We love a good dollar. Okay, the moon. I really like this track. Is it this? Yep, there's the rest of the man. Okay, and then we need like a gravestone. And then also the mausoleum. Also this tree. Or is this a tree? Yes, that tree. Okay. Tree branches. This tree. 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 Maybe, aha, like that, okay. And then, that looks right. Mausoleum. Oops, like that. And that one goes there. And then if we rotate that. And missing something. Creepy's corner. Is that not correct? Looks correct to me. Is that not right? Oh, these aren't right. There we go. This piggy bank looks familiar.
That symbol reminds me of the one on that trivet that used to belong to Josiah.
Okay, so we need that. I like how the music gets all spooky down here. Like, it's legitimately kind of terrifying down in this tunnel. And I love how long it is, too.
The lights on. Jeepers, that sounds like Richard Topham. This door must open right into his living room.
Go, good kitty.
Good kitty. Jeepers. I say jeepers all the time, unironically. When you work with children, you have to find creative ways to be surprised by things without just dropping swear words. And mine, that comes out automatically, is jeepers. Jeepers. Creepers. Yeah, I wonder if that's Jim Archer's piggy bank. Like, could it be?
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Yes, he does call Nancy intellectually unendowed. Because Topham is a little bit full of himself.
What's cooking?
Not pies.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
Topham's cat is a mood. I love Yuri so much. We need more cats in the games. I demand more cats. Once had a colleague who would say focaccia bread instead of the F-bomb. She used to swear when she was young. Censored herself after having a kid. Focaccia? Is it focaccia? Focaccia bread.
Hi, Nancy.
I feel like maybe it's focaccia.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
Are they all the same second chance? Like, does he react the same way every time, Marie? Focaccia bread. There we go.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
It could be.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Marcel, you old coot.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
Yes, I do.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Yuri reminds you of the meme with the Slavic guy with a beer belly and water lily on his head. Moisturized, hydrated, unbothered, and thriving. Yuri is thriving.
Would it be okay if I played a record?
Sure.
He's living a pretty pleasant little life. Okay, so this is how we know the code to the trivet. The sound effects.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that, and to get money, I needed to confront my arch enemy, Nick, who had recently become able to transform himself fittingly into a giant warthog. When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take him by surprise. My fear that he would hear me proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him.
Hurled.
Step away from that bottle of warthog potion, I commanded, and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant.
I'm not going to give you a thing, save, perhaps, a taste of my sword.
And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known. The storm raging outside paled in comparison to our battle. To my surprise, Nick's experiences as a lower life form seemed to have improved his skill as a swordsman. I feinted, I parried, and yet victory eluded me. And soon I began to feel my strength ebbing from me. I was tiring rapidly. Summoning every ounce of what little energy remained in my body, I lunged at him one last desperate time.
Ouch! Why, you've wounded me.
I had managed to wound him on his right arm, just above the elbow.
Curse you!
His words, punctuated as they were by an untimely clap of thunder, sent a shiver down my spine. Save your breath, I intoned, and give me those gold coins.
Here, take your precious coins.
He tossed the bag of coins onto a chair, but as I reached for them, he reached for his bottle of potion, and in a matter of seconds, my night had gone from bad to horrible.
I don't think it's supposed to be just, continue game. Josiah's voice. I think it's just like a record that he liked, and so he, like, made a trivet about it or something, but I don't know. I guess it could be Josiah. Josiah. Might as well save over here. Yeah, it didn't sound like hurling the door open, marching. It also didn't sound like the best sword fight you'd ever seen. It was more like click, click, click. My arch enemy, Nick. How casually he says Nick. You know, we should have given the bass to Yuri. Yuri deserved the not bass.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
I think you get an award if you fix the painting.
What could have made this picture move?
Enough times. Which is kind of funny. All right. So, let's maybe go to Waddell to get the crystal fixed up. Yeah, cheesy audiobook, exactly. Very cheesy. Oh, now I want cheese. Now I want mac and cheese or something. That sounds good right now.
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
Can I pick it up now?
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
I need more time. Now quit bothering me so I can work.
Ooh, you're gonna get some acai and you're very excited. Yay, I'm excited for you, Book Dragon. Okay, let's maybe talk to Jim. Nick's voice sounds like Wallace Shawn from Princess Bride. It does.
Hello again.
Greetings, Emily. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Waddell is definitely a cranky old man. This is true.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
A diplomatic answer.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box. The owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but
However, were you to do me a small favor...
Such as?
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Just hire a new seamstress.
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
How much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
Oh, grilled cheese with veggies. Yum.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
There's an Easter egg with the picture in Emily's room. Oh, it's an Easter egg. Okay. So it's not an award. That makes sense. On the flip side, we have Jim Archer. So pleasant. Exactly. We go from very much not pleasant to significantly more pleasant. Greetings, Minxie. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Finally caught a stream. Any vacation planned this summer? Mr. WizardKitten and I went on a little anniversary hiking and kayaking vacation in June, and we might see some of my family sometime in July, late July, on a lake. Poor man, I know. Minus the sewing project. Shameful we didn't get to see the final project for the dress. No kidding. So sweet he's thinking of his wife, right? What a good guy.
What's cooking?
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
It's not hard. It's all basted together and everything.
No can do. Sorry.
Super suspicious.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
I don't know how to sew, but I'm fairly willing to bet that it's not something you just completely forget how to do. Like, I'm pretty sure you'd remember.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Very aesthetic. Love the music and vibe. Totally.
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
Thank you, Ryder. We have been together for 8 years, married for 1. Conversation is so sus, isn't it? In your backstory of Jim Archer, his wife's name is Peggy, not Helen. I love that.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
Oh.
I bet a needle goes here.
I started one of my new embroidery patterns yesterday. It's got daisies and lilacs on it. Or lavender, not lilacs, lavender. I'm very excited.
What's cooking?
Can't believe the other streams was 2 years ago. Time really does fly by. Isn't that nuts?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
If you insist.
Chaos Nancy is so overdoing everybody's chores for her. I find embroidery really difficult, but I do a lot of cross-stitch. Cross-stitch seems really fun, too. I have found that buying kits for embroidery has helped a lot. Because then they have, like, the designs on them, and then they teach you how to do the different sort of knots. Really enjoy it. Returned with udon. Oh, I love udon. Oh, so jealous. Your mom's a sewer. She made all your Halloween costumes growing up. Definitely something she can jump back into without practicing for years. Yeah. Very suspicious. Sandgate, 2 large cherry, 1 blue and 1 chocolate. Okay. 2 large cherry. So first, let's do this. Let's put the pies where they belong. Chocolate cherry, cherry, chocolate. What pie would everyone like from the lilac inn? Would you like cherry or blueberry or chocolate? I will eat literally all of them, but I think I'm gonna go with blueberry first. 1 blue and 1 chocolate. So we don't know yet whether they're large or small. Let's say they're large. And then Riverville needs 1 cherry, a small and a large blue, and a small and a large chocolate. Small and large, and then 1 cherry. And let's say it's small. Appleton, small and large cherry, 2 small blue. Small and large cherry, 2 small blue, and 1 small and large chocolate. Okay. Blueberry, please. Chocolate. Chaos Nancy would eat the pies or poke holes in them. Absolutely. What is udon exactly? It's like a really thick, kind of Asian-style noodle, but they're really soft. It has just like a really delightful texture to it. I like rhubarb pie. That's Mr. WizardKitten's favorite kind of pie. Not a pie person unless it's key lime. Key lime is so good. Blueberry with whipped cream. Yes. We can make all these pies a la mode, too. Yeah, similar to ramen, thicker and more chewy. Oh, I love it. I love udon so much. If you decide to make more Nancy Drew characters, could you please make Jim Archer and his wife with her wearing the dress? There you go. We can give her a red dress. So then we actually get to see the finished product. Small and large cherry for Skydale. 2 large blue and 2 large chocolate. 2 large chocolate. Knoxview, 2 of the same size cherry, which we have right now. 1 large blue. Okay. And 2 of the same size chocolate. Okay. And then Smithfield needs a small and a large cherry. Small and a large cherry. No blue. And 2 large chocolate. Okay. So. Two large chocolate. So those can still be the same size. 2 of the same size chocolate. 2 large. Is it the top one? Oh yeah, it's the top one.
There, that should do it.
Yay! Ooh, pecan pie. Key lime. Yum! You have the 4 books that this game is based on. Same. Only embroidery I struggle with are the French knots. Me too. I watched a tutorial on YouTube and I finally figured it out. But yeah, French knots were so hard to figure out.
I'll bet those are the 2 brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found.
Mm-hmm.
There's something written on the back.
Door in parlor window seat. So, feel like Jane knows about that, perhaps? Pretty likely, since she's been hanging out at that podium. Or whatchamacallit. Would you call it a podium? Is it a podium if you don't speak at it? Vegetarian ramen is less salty. You could try pho as well, Vietnamese noodle dish that usually has much lighter broth. I've never gotten to try pho, but I've wanted to. And vegetarian ramen. I should try that too, because I also am not a huge fan of how salty ramen can get. So I like that idea. Ooh. Hey.
Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move.
And I think once we find this, then the picture doesn't move anymore. Oh, the crumbling rocks. Like, what's back there? I don't know. But it's spooky. I love pho, favorite soup for sure. So what makes pho pho? Like, what is in it that makes it, that kind of recipe? That makes it, like, different from ramen and whatnot.
I should ask Jane about the photo I found that allowed me to find that staircase that goes behind Emily's room.
I would love to learn. Chocolate over fruit for sure. Normally I agree with that, but when it comes to pie, I don't know. I feel like I'm a fruit fan. Tastes like the ocean entered your mouth every time. Hostess stand? Yeah, maybe we call it a hostess stand.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Pho is so good. 3 closest friends in high school were Asian, and they introduced you to pho, and I'm addicted. It always sounds delicious. Could eat pho every day. They use rice noodles, and they really absorb the flavor. Okay, so it's got rice noodles, which I love. Do love a good rice noodle. Not a pie person, but your sister made a strawberry peach. Ooh, that sounds so good for Thanksgiving. Tried a piece to humor her, but it was amazing. Yum!
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Why is it huge?
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
Pho broth is like, okay, like a beef broth primarily. Can put any sauce and veggies and meats in them. Nice. So it is sort of like ramen-like. Greetings, Soy Chicken. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? More herbaceous than ramen. Rice noodles. Ooh, jalapenos and cilantro are common. So it's got a little kick to it then. Light and charming game placed around number 20. Has a bit too much of the bird's eye view, including the ending. I think I placed mine very similar, Ryan. Greetings, Fluffy. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Here for the pho talk. Yes, welcome. We always have to talk about some food in WizardKitten streams.
Did you know about the secret passageway?
No, and I've never heard Emily say anything about it either.
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
The gaslighting ends here, Jane. Ooh, strawberry rhubarb from scratch. I made pie crust from scratch a couple months ago, and it's actually not as hard as I thought it would be. It does take time because you have to like chill the dough and whatnot, but it was really fun.
Well, I did find the picture right there.
But I've never seen it before in my life. Besides, anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
Tastes super good, aromatic and herbaceous. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to try this now. There is a restaurant that specializes in pho that just opened up nearby where I live, so I'm totally gonna have to give it a try. I'll have to let you guys know. It's perfect when you're sick. It's so warm and filling. Yum. It also doesn't sound like it would be too difficult to make, so maybe I'll have to try making it. Your mom can make some delicious pho. Love it. This one's number 25 on your list? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Ooh, like blueberry and apple together in a pie? I would be down to try that. I will try literally any pie, though. Be ready for a food coma! Yes, bring it on. Dearest Gloria, if you would do 3 simple things for me, I would very much appreciate it. First, keep this note for me, tuck it away in a safe place, and should I ever ask to see it, please allow me to do so. Second, don't mention or show this note to anyone else. Third, don't ask me why. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bottom from Midsummer Night's Dream. You are a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think that the sky's the limit. Your grateful friend, Josiah. Dear Gloria, sorry it's taken me so long to answer your letter. I'm still a secretary at the bottling plant and business is booming, so I'm busier than ever. In fact, I'm typing this during my lunch break, so please excuse the mustard stains. Still love those bologna sandwiches. Of course I'll take care of Emily if something happens to you. All she has to do is write and I'll come running. But quit worrying about such things. You've got such a nice place to live and that sweet little girl to keep you company. You've got it made in the shade. Me, I'm still in the boarding house. It's not the Ritz, but my room is right across the hall from the washroom, and most of the gals here are honest and hardworking and fun. But there are a few bad apples, like this gal named Marian Aborn. She dropped in the other day to borrow some bobby pins, so I went to the drawer to get some for her, only when I turned back around, she was going through my purse. She said it had fallen over and she was just putting it back, but I know what I saw. Anyway, I sure miss you. I'm investing as much money as I can in the stock market because my boss says it's a surefire way to get rich. Careful with that. So next year, maybe I can take the train out there to see you. Better yet, maybe I'll buy a car. Wouldn't that be the butterfly's boots? Right soon, your friend forever, Jane. It sure would be the butterfly's boots. Okay, do we have... When I confronted Jane... Did Nancy not write down the note? Okay, well, I have it written down in my detective notebook. We can dig it out when we need to. What does chilling dough do for baked goods? Last recipe I did called for it. I skipped that step and it made no difference. I feel like it does something very subtle to the texture of the dough. Like it makes it easier to work with, but it is subtle. Like I've definitely skipped before as well, or not chilled it for nearly as long as they say you should chill it. Do it, Sora Chicken. I would love it. I can't talk. I would love it if you would send me your favorite pho recipe. Ooh, peach blueberry cobbler when the peaches are fresh. Yum. Only like pie with custard. Love custard. Upsets me when it only comes with cream or ice cream. So Katsudon was a bust. Pork chops burned. You cannot fry in this house. Oh no.
I bet a needle goes here.
Such a bummer when cooking projects go wrong.
The dress Jim Archer gave me, and I can start sewing.
Okay, I really gotta focus on this because this puzzle can be a difficult one.
There. Not bad, Miss Drew. Not bad at all.
Oh, I just held my breath. Chilling dough made with butter solidifies the fats in the butter, which will steam a bit when baked, causing a flakier and softer texture. Keeps the crust from getting tough. Yeah, for sure. Ever change the order on your ranking list? Like maybe when you hit 10 years on YouTube, you can remake it if any of your opinions change. Yeah, it's certainly possible. Petition to bring butterfly's boots back into everyday conversation. Yes. Chills the fat, stabilizes the baked good, stops it from spreading. Depending on the recipe, can create flaky layers. I'm making homemade biscuits soon. And yeah, for that, I feel like it is definitely important to chill the dough. You just ate katsudon for lunch. Love that. Dumplings. Honestly, this dress is gonna be hideous. How do you do that every time? I don't know. I know so many people really struggle with the sewing one, and for whatever reason, I usually get it on like the first or the second try. Your husband's a pastry chef. He says it is essential to chill dough. Yeah, heard it here, folks. The experts say we must chill. So the lazy people like myself who just want to get to the end faster is actually important. You did this last year too. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think holding your breath actually does help. Your dad bought some sort of electric fryer. Supposed to be here tomorrow, so fingers crossed next week is better. Fun! Always struggle when writing katakana in shadow. Yes, I do struggle with that as well. When you first played this game for the first time years ago, the sewing puzzle gave you a very hard time. Yes. Baklava is so flaky they chill the dough first. Yeah, more than likely.
How's the dress coming?
Great, I did it myself.
Great, I did it myself.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe deposit box. That was Josiah's key, all right. But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Topham. But a journal? Finders keepers as far as I'm concerned.
Greetings, Kiana. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Well, hello. Welcome. Pizza places in New York that cold ferment their pizza dough. Now that sounds good.
I'll be at my desk if you need me.
I can't remember what this says. Where do we start? Isn't it Goodfellow? I think it's Goodfellow.
It's locked. Naturally.
Goodfellow. Yeah.
Flute, 7.025 megahertz. Puck! That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, it's interesting that we never really get Helen in these games, because Helen is one of Nancy's best friends in the books. Flute knows me as Puck. Gave his cue and told him what he was supposed to say in reply. He thought it was a joke, but that's okay, I could trust him.
Pyramus, 7.057 megahertz.
Knows me as Puck. He was in a foul mood, but I told him his cue and gave him his reply. I told him to write it down, and he did, because I could hear his pen scratching on the paper.
Bisbee, 7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
I thought Nancy swore. No, that would be hilarious, honestly. Arglefum's playthrough where sewing nearly breaks his sanity. I gave her her line, then had her say it over and over till she knew it by heart. She knows the cue line too. Don't have to worry about her. Thisby.
Anything else I can do for you?
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
Part 18, Pies and Sewing. Sounds like a nice day, honestly. I was thinking today when I was on my walk about how much I, like, romanticize, you know, like the cottagecore lifestyle. And then I was like, but would I actually have enough energy to live a legitimate cottagecore lifestyle? Because I don't think I would. Like having to rely on my garden to reliably produce food, or my chickens, or my cow, because I've been playing it in The Sims, and I'm like, this is really fun in The Sims, but could I do this in real life? I don't know if I could do this in real life, especially when the weather's bad. I don't know. I like to think about it.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
No.
Good day.
Oh, I need 5 more cents. Okay, fine. Do you have my fee? No. Good day. Oh, that's the Deer Mountain Resort. We Might run out of gas. Chaos Nancy is not paying attention. But if we run out of gas, at least we're close to Zippy's gas station.
Hi, I've got a telegram for a counselor here named Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go dry up, Jason! What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
Oh, go dry up, Jason. What a jokester. I don't know if I've ever run out of gas before.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
In the
Good
game.
for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Has anyone ever tried Turkish Delight? I think I tried it once a long time ago, but it looks so good in the Narnia movies. And I feel like when I tried
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
it wasn't good.
Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
Or at least it wasn't my cup of tea. Just not kind of my flavor profile. Ooh, we are low on gas. We are real low. Midnight at the Para Palace on Netflix. No. Sounds interesting. Okay, we have the blank. So now we can go talk to people, but we need the cues. So do we know yet that we can sneak into Topham's house? Because that's what we have to do next. Save. Yes. Reason why you're nicknamed Jim Archer is because in 2017 cosplayed as him for the Halloween contest. That was fun. That's so cool. Has anyone ever cosplayed as any of the characters before? Like Jim Archer? Nice Friday the 13th reference. Camp Avondale. It was very Valley Girl. Heard they don't taste that great, but I've never tried them. They look like, I don't know. They look sort of like a fruit snack, but with like powdered sugar. I thought it would have more substance to it. Same here, totally happened to me. Thought they would taste good because of that movie, but man, was I wrong. I hate Turkish Delight. I think it tastes of perfume. Lots of flavors. Rose and lemon are traditional. All your family love it, though. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like I remember it being kind of like perfumey tasty. Greetings, Faith. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you today? Glad you're still playing. Yes. Yes, yes. Ran out of gas. Okay, I did run out of gas last year. Did it because you never seen what happens when you run out of gas before. Now I remember. And we did the bolts puzzle too. The nuts and bolts
Guess
one.
I better not leave the lights on.
And it was really hard.
I don't hear anybody. Now would be a good time for me to sneak inside and have a quick look around. What does this cat want?
He has a name,
Yuri,
Nancy.
be quiet. You're disturbing us.
Chaos Nancy doesn't care. Meow away, Yuri.
I need to give the cat its toy.
Nah.
What on earth was that?
What in blazes are you doing?
Nothing.
Sneaking around in here like a common thief? Interrupting one of my sessions? I knew there was something unsavory about your phantasmic pulsations. Well, soon they will no longer be my problem, but the sheriff's.
Oh, that was terrifying. Dressed up as Nancy Drew a few years for Halloween. Yay! Oh, I made Charlotte's necklace for cosplay club. Maybe the lemon would taste less perfumey? Yeah, maybe I need to try the lemon one. Greetings, Sam. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Glad you caught some of the stream. Just got off work. I hope you had a good day at work. It was Nancy. Give the cat the mouse. I love listening to Topham's session. I knew there was something creepy about him.
Yuri, be quiet. You're disturbing us.
Yuri refuses to leave his pillow. Mouse must be brought to Yuri.
All thoughts.
Oh, I shouldn't have brought him his mouse. That's a different second chance.
Mr. Topham?
Yes, Mrs. Deckman?
Is it okay if I blink?
Yes, it's okay if you blink. Just keep focusing. Your eyes, your thoughts.
Josiah must have circled these quotes. But why?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night, for Pyramus.
Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled here in my journal.
Oh, sure, you'll write this down, but not the bottom quote. Fry's chocolate bar, which is rose Turkish delight covered in dark chocolate, and it's your husband's favorite chocolate bar. Having it in chocolate sounds really good. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be. Thisbe, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. Okay.
Should I concentrate on the top edge or the bottom edge?
Either one, Mrs. Deckman. Just concentrate.
Mr. Topham?
Yes, Mrs. Deckman?
Sort of looks like Ian McKellen.
Oh no!
What on earth was that?
What in blazes are you doing? Sneaking around in here like a common thief? Interrupting one of my sessions? I knew there was something unsavory about your phantasmic pulsations. Well, soon they will no longer be my problem, but the sheriff's.
The sheriff's. In the book, Richard is stuck up and snooty too.
Phew. Meet with Jay Archer at 9:30 a.m. about money. That's today.
Regarding money. Okay, so confirmation that this mystery takes place in May.
Push it. You're trying to push it, all right?
It is Houdini, I thought so.
All right, then. Try to pull it.
I'm good at pulling.
Mrs. Deckman, just concentrate.
What does it mean when I'm starting to get a headache?
It means you're doing too much talking and not enough concentrating.
This is hard, Mr. Topham.
You can do it, Mrs. Deckman. Just keep looking down that tube at that one spot. Pretend your thoughts are a hurricane, whirling around that one spot, grabbing it, dragging it towards you.
Ow!
Mrs. Deckman, please!
It moved, Mr. Topham. I saw it. I moved the spoon. I really did.
And you very nearly deafened me in the process. Now, please, calm down.
But I did it. I finally did it. You saw it move too, didn't you?
Yes, of course, I most certainly did. Congratulations.
This is wonderful. I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Topham. You're a genius.
Yes, well, be that as it may, this is just the beginning, Mrs. Deckman. Now that you've seen the power lying fallow within your brain, it's your duty to nurture it. In fact, I believe it's time for you to begin daily training sessions.
Oh, Mr. Topham, do you really think so?
Indeed I do. This will, of course, necessitate an increase in your tuition. But I'm sure once your husband learns of today's breakthrough...
I'm going to go right home and call him.
Jeepers, I better get out of here.
And after supper, I'll give him a demonstration. I didn't think I could tell him.
I never want to hear the phrase phantasmic pulsations again. What do you mean? Such a unique way of saying shut up. Yep. Mrs. Deckman, please. Oh! That is a great conversation.
Guess I'd better not leave the lights on.
Greetings, Olive. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Genius. Yeah, right. Oh, what an honor to do daily trading sessions. It will necessitate a small increase in your tuition, coincidentally.
What's cooking?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
See if Emily has anything to say. Oh, she's still gone. Okay. I guess she doesn't have anything to say because she's not here. So, we should now be able to contact everyone with the ham radio. which is good. I feel like we have been pretty efficient with this playthrough. Didn't know the session actually ended. I always assumed it just looped or they stopped talking. And I would have stayed to allow him to find us again, but it's the exact same second chance. Squeaky. Oh, you've never played this one. It's a fun one. It's a little bonkers, it's a little out there, but it's a fun time. Okay. Kind of person tries to get money out of people during the Depression. Topham, that's who. And he is shameless about it. Daily trading sessions. Okay. So who are we gonna call first? Flute is at 7.025. 7.025.
Hello? Flute? Are you there?
This is Flute, but you sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck's real name was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
Ah, that's a shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
What sentence is that?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
If I tell you the passage, will you tell me the sentence?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. Especially seeing as Puck's no longer with us.
That's totally okay, Squeaky. I thought it was funny. At least gas is cheap in this economy. Thou speakest... Okay, I can't remember which one is supposed to be Flute's. This one is Thisby's, the long one.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
I'm afraid that's not it. Better luck next time.
Come back! Come back! I know what the other ones were. Contraption in the garage, sure, or something. No kidding.
Hello? Flute? Are you there?
Flute here. Hello, Nancy Drew.
I know that Shakespeare passage, really.
Let's hear it.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words.
Did you know Puck very well?
I felt like I did. Met him over the radio a couple of years ago. What a character. What'd you say his real name was?
Josiah Crowley.
Strange. I never heard of him.
Why is that strange?
He led me to believe he was this big cheese out in Hollywood. You know, some famous producer, director or something. Said he owned his own studio.
He didn't own a studio, and he certainly didn't live in Hollywood.
I'll be darned. So he was just lying to me. Well, that's all right. I may have told him a fib or three over the years myself. Like the time I told him I was a scratch golfer. I don't even know what that means. In any case, hope I've been of some help. Over and out.
Have a great evening, Ryder. So good to see you. See you later, Kiana. Have a great rest of your night. Nancy Drew outfit was based off Nancy's style in the Emma Roberts movie. Yes! The original Catfish. Okay, so we got Flute. Pyramus is 7.057. Wish we could turn it the other way.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's a good excuse, I guess. How How'd you know he called me Pyramus?
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know about that?
Long story. But if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me the stupid saying, right?
Well, come to think of it, he never said the quote had to come from him, so yeah, I guess I could tell you.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
No.
Wait a minute, I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you it was stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of car did Puck drive, do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich. Over and out.
How did you know he called me Pyramus? You answered with, "This is Pyramus." Sir. Thisbe, 7.050. A Nancy anime. That'd be a good time.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
I'm Thisbe, but only Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Oh dear, they closed the play he was starring in, didn't they? That's why I haven't heard from him. He's too far down in the dumps. Oh, I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
Oh my, that's worse, isn't it? And after all that rigmarole he went through, making sure I knew my line and understood my cue?
Your cue?
Yes, you see, Puck, or whatever his real name is, or was, Puck wanted to share his love of acting with me. So he gave me a line to say, a very curious line I might add, and told me to repeat it only after I heard my cue. A passage written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
So if I cue you with a passage, you'll respond with the line he gave you to say?
Immediately. I know it by heart, you see.
Here goes. If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
Her real name might be Mildred.
Flute is a character in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay. Pyramus said, when I talked to Flute over the radio and gave him his cue, this is what he said. Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about. Leave by road, owner in, thieves about. Okay. Leave by road. The owner is in. There are thieves about. I can't remember. I almost swallowed wrong. Oh, that's worse, isn't it? Okay. Handy dandy detective notebook time. Do I have all the pictures? Okay. Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will... Wait, no, that's bottom. Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about. Wasn't that Flute? Thisbe? Okay. Flute is this. Pyramus is this. And bottom is this. Okay. Now this puzzle. You went and got a kitten? What? Oh my goodness. If you're in the Discord, you certainly must post in the Pets channel. Voice sounded like one of the voice actors that did Disney movies, like Robin Hood and Aristocats. It did. Reach the end of the path, land exactly on the last spot on the board, no going over. Each card can only be used once. Do not need to use all the cards. To take a shortcut, be on a spot with a picture on it and use the same picture to take the path. Good luck. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 4. It sort of only makes sense to take the shortcuts that save a lot of space. So, like, using the butterfly shortcut doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. But maybe the diamond one does? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Do we have anything that adds up to 21? 12 and 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First try! Whoa! Oh dear. Oh my. You're my ace in the hole! Free kittens! The Discord is linked in any of my most recent videos in the description down below. Greetings, Literal. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? His name is Rio. They've become overrun with animals, so they're giving them away. At least they're trying to find them a home. That's good. That's so exciting.
A golf ball. No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's.
Ace in the hole. Okay, we're getting close. Oh. Take this to Tiny Town, and for oodles of fun, use it there to hit a hole in one. Take this to Tiny Town. More mini golf. No! Token must be magnetized, like the ones from Jumanji. Yes. Imagine a Jumanji-style mystery. At least this mini golf is, simple, because we just have to get the one hole. We just have to take it to Tiny Town and go boop. Whoa. Whoa. Hole in one.
Another safe deposit box key?
What? Just got home from work, gearing up for your birthday weekend. I'm extra, so I took the next couple of days off. Good for you, Literal. You deserve that. And now you get an awesome birthday weekend. I'm so excited for you. That's so wonderful. Just joined the Discard page. So glad I did. Yay! Happy to hear that, Rachel.
Emily, please, just settle down. It's all right. It's not all right. Stop lying. Something's wrong with me.
You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
Did you tell her about the secret passageway I found?
I never got the chance. Please, go talk to her. She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
Busted. Another key? Exactly. I fully support weekends off for birthdays. I support whole weeks off. Months.
Just go back to River Heights, Nancy.
Why? What's the matter?
I took a nap after I got back from running errands, and when I woke up, this was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought had been stolen. I have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having a what'd Jane call it? A nervous breakdown.
Emily, just listen to me.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
I will not go home. Chaos Nancy follows nobody's orders.
Did you talk to her? Do you see what I mean? No wonder I never saw or heard anything. It was all in her mind.
I'm not so sure, Miss Willoughby. What's more, I think I found something that'll solve all her problems. I'll talk to you later.
What do you mean, Olive? Why is it when two people have an epic argument, it's always off screen and we never get to see it? So unfair. So true. I know, poor Emily. Someone is trying to make her seem psychologically unwell in order to get the will or whatever. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we run out of gas on our way to the bank. Because we are, like, very much out of gas. Oh my gosh, you can do the whole game without having to get gas once. That's impressive. Excuse me, Emily? Learn saying just listen to me is a very bad thing to say to someone in distress. Yeah, I agree, Book Dragon. Doesn't help.
I'm glad you stopped by. I need to clear the air about something. I lied before. Not just when I said the bank was doing fine when it's really not, but when I said that wasn't my car you saw parked outside the inn today. I parked it there because I didn't want anyone to know that I was at Richard Topham's begging him for money. This bank is in truly dire financial straits, and if anyone finds out...
Mr. Archer, I already knew you were at Richard Topham's today. I saw your name in his calendar.
Oh. So what can I do for you?
Greetings, Em. Welcome to the stream. So good to see you. How are you? Glad to have at least made the end. Yay! Just in time.
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box, and you've already opened it.
But this has to be Josiah's key.
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me, her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to, Clara Pickford.
Yeah, Sora Chicken, it's purely selfish motivation.
So, Clara Pickford was really Josiah Crowley in disguise.
Apparently, he loved playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under their noses.
Last will and testament of Josiah M.
Wonder
Crowley.
what this is.
And I'll bet you it doesn't leave Topham anything.
Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa 1912.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the Lilac Inn and have a talk with her right now.
Can we run out of gas during the car chase? Oh no, am I gonna run out of gas?
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me who you really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
I knew it. Now, Olive, I have to know what gave it away.
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
Work it, Queen. Imposter abandons car and escapes with stolen jewels. I knew I shouldn't have left her out of my sight, Teen Sleuth moans. Now, is that because I ran out of gas or because I let her out of my sight?
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
I'm terrified we're gonna run out of gas. This is a really exciting car chase. Yep, she's not out of my sight. I am,
I'll bet she's heading for the state line.
Right on her
I
tail.
know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
Been swell knowing you, sister. Mama, it was the wig.
Why couldn't you just mind your own business?
Dead giveaway.
Dear Ned, I know you'll be home from school in a couple of days, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I just solved a mystery. I figured out that Emily Crandall's guardian was really an imposter named Marion, who intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane Willoughby after her mom died. She pretended to be Jane not only so she could steal Emily's valuables, but so she could convince Emily that she was incapable of running Lilac Inn, and that she should sell it and split the money with her. On top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able to hire all the people she needs to keep the inn going. He left Jim Archer a ton of money too, which means he won't have to close his bank. And from now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing. Although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will, and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed, and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway, when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of slightly damaged cherry pie. Wait till you hear that part of the story. As always, Nancy.
Pie looks so good. You did it! And you didn't even run out of gas. Wig snatched. No, the pies. Pour one out for the pies. It is really a shame that we destroyed all the pies. Who's worse, Topham or Jane? Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a really good ending. Girl power comes through. So glad Helen gets to have a new dress whenever she wants, right? The banker is safe during the Depression. Such a good ending. Jane hit the pies. Yeah, she did. So much better at the driving in this game than I am. I think it's hilarious that you can get through the entire game without running out of gas once. I don't know if I've ever done that before. Or like needing to fill up with gas even. Puzzle Pro for solving puzzles at lightning speed.
Great news, I think. See, Frank and Joe Hardy have invited me to help them solve a mystery. Only this mystery takes place on a train. But not just any train. A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is jinxed. Others say it's haunted. I mean, it'll be fun to finally get to work alongside the Hardy boys, but I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.
The little scorpion. Frank and Joe Hardy and guests are invited to join Miss Laurie Gerard for a journey aboard Hurley's Comet. No, we never lost a tire either, and I purposefully drove over every single pothole. Every single one. Is this the first one with a trailer or the next one? I thought the first one with a trailer was Scarlet Hand and then the Ghost Dogs trailer, but I could be wrong. Yes, next stream is not Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon because Chaos Nancy does not go in order. Chaos Nancy follows a random wheel for her order. And get the music up. So yes, our next stream will be Ransom of the Seven Ships. Ransom of the Seven Ships. Ransom of the Seven Ships, which will be on this Saturday. And Mr. WizardKitten and I have a wedding for one of his cousins to go to this weekend. And because of that, I need to do a morning stream on Saturday. And because Ransom of the Seven Ships is a long game, I need to make sure I give myself plenty of time. So we're going to be starting early on Saturday, which I know is not ideal because Saturday is a good sleeping day. But hopefully I'll catch some of you early birds, some people who are just getting up for breakfast and their coffee, people in different time zones. But we will be doing Ransom of the Seven Ships starting at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. on Saturday. And I'm going to be doing Junior Detective for sure as well. Because I'll just need it to be efficient to make sure I'm done in time so that I can have time to get ready for the wedding. So yes, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday is the next stream. Ransom of the Seven Ships. Jane, she manipulated a girl who just lost her mom, trying to make her think she's losing her mind. I know. Pretty awful. Yes, I love Ransom of the Seven Ships. It's not my third least favorite game at all. I think Scarlet Hand was the first trailer. I think so too. It is Olive, yep. Whoo boy. Find that I don't hate Ransom of the Seven Ships like many others do. I think it's a meh game, but not bad. Yeah, and I totally get that. For me, it just, like, the tropical location doesn't feel mysterious, so I prefer the more mysterious feeling games. Like, I'm more of a Curse of Blackmore Manor, Ghost of Thornton Hall, Ghost Dogs kind of vibe kind of person than I am, like, let's be in the tropical island with our upbeat music kind of vibe. I also really don't like that Bess gets kidnapped and Nancy just couldn't care less. Like, she's just like, no, I'm gonna have a fun island vacation anyway. Like, she barely cares. And then the puzzles. And it relies so heavily on the bird's eye view, so it feels like the island location isn't utilized nearly as much as it could have been. Better do Ransom in junior mode. Exactly, we're definitely gonna do it in junior mode. And I hate the monkey puzzles, especially the one board game one, because it is purely luck. Purely luck. And I can get stuck there for a really long time, and I have gotten stuck there. Next stream will be at 6 a.m., so I might come late. Yes, I figured for a lot of people it would be very early, so no worries at all. We'll be at work for Ransom of Seven Ships. Good luck with the monkeys. Thank you. I am gonna need it, Sofinda. Oh, I'll be there. Give me something to do while I'm getting ready for the zoo. Yay! Oh my gosh, fun. Thank you, Caitlin. Very puzzle heavy. Yes, Joshua. Absolutely. I will not be there at 8 a.m. I am not a morning person. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. Fur babies are seeing the doctor for their annual checkup and rabies and distemper shots. They're gonna hate me after it's all over. Yeah. It's so sad because we can't, like, explain to our pets what we're doing and, like, why they have to go to the vet. Poor babies. See you Saturday, Squeaky. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great evening. Goodbye, Joshua. Thank you so much for popping in. Yikes, we'll have fun then. Are you Central Time? Yes, Central Standard Time. The monkeys are the bane of my existence. Love the idea of Ransom. The execution is a nightmare. Puzzles and cast are awful. Agreed. That's the other thing I hate about it. There's one suspect. One. Those darn monkeys. Yeah, and then there's that issue too, Juan. Exactly. Fun at the wedding. Thank you so much, Ray Marie. Yes, I'll let you all know if the new Thor movie is good. Mr. WizardKitten and I are gonna head out very soon to go see the new Thor movie, Love and Thunder. Very excited. I hate the coconut throwing puzzle. Me too, Rachel. It's so aggravating. Yep, the darn monkeys and Cuckoo. Agreed. Cuckoo is the more annoying version of Lulu. Sorry, Cuckoo, you're not cute. You're kind of just frustrating. Bye, everyone. See you at some point next stream. Love it, Book Dragon. Haven't played Ransom yet simply because it gets so much shade. I find that I enjoy watching people play it. And I enjoy playing it too. Like, the puzzles, they're still fun. It's just a really fun puzzle game. Thank you so much, Joshua. 2 p.m. your time. Perfect. Wonderful, Olive. That is the benefit of starting very early on a Saturday, is that we get to hit other time zones in their perfect times. See you Saturday. See you Saturday. See you Saturday. I'll be there because your toddler wakes up early. Yes, that parenting life. We'll definitely see you then, Aubrienne. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be at work. Enjoy the game and the wedding. Thank you so much, Faith. Have a good night, Emily. Thank you, Sofinda. Monkeys and Cuckoo are suspects too. I mean, they're the only characters we have, so by proxy they have to be. I swear the monkeys cheat. Oh, they absolutely cheat. We got the monkeys. We got the monkeys. Oh, a touchscreen computer, so the coconut puzzle isn't that bad. Maybe that's the trick. See you Saturday, Elizabeth. Played it once, need to play it again. Ranks around the middle for you so far. Makes sense, Ryan. There are things that I love about it, which I did mention in my things that I actually like about my least favorite Nancy Drew games video. try to be up on time for Saturday's stream. No worries at all, Raybury. Totally get that it's pretty early for quite a few people. But thank you all so much for joining today. Today's stream was brought to you by all of the patrons over at Mystique Manor and by all of the official Fellow Detective channel members. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Today's stream was also brought to you by any super chats and super stickers that were used in the chat today. Thank you so much for that support as well. And thank you all for supporting the streams in the biggest way by attending the streams, playing Nancy Drew with me, engaging in chat, and just having a great old time playing Nancy Drew with me. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing Secret of the Old Clock with you all today, and I look forward to playing Ransom of the Seven Ships with you on Saturday. The exact time for that stream is 8 a.m., but if you want reminders, the Instagram stories, Discord announcements, and YouTube community tab are where I post the exact times for streams the day before, and you can also subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notifications when I go live as well. All right, thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!